ThaBoxingvoice.com is brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services. El Camino Electric has over 15 years of commercial experience with startup companies, work consisting of design build, clean room fabrications, lithography labs, test labs, special tools, and equipment installs. El Camino Electrical specializes in the install has over 15 years from the start of the project to the finish. El Camino Electrical Services is an established commercial electrical contractor with the ability and experience to carry out industrial and commercial work. Services include design build, electric vehicle supply equipment infrastructure, semiconductor fabrication clean rooms, special equipment and tools, startup companies, turnkey installation, electrical vehicle supply equipment infrastructure. So head over to elcaminoelectricalservices.com for all your electrical needs.
You're listening to The Boxing Voice.
It's showtime! Welcome back, boxing fans.
Blood is good.
Tighter face, a master blood.
Blood is emotion.
Too much blood coming out of the eye.
Blood is a story, a drama.
Deep gas, blood pouring right into his eye.
Blood is what we want to see in terms of passion.
Blood streaming now from the cut in the eye, the nose, his mouth, his cheeks swollen, and he's still gone.
What we want is a bloody good fight tonight.
We have Heather, the Heat Hardy. Is this you?
This is me. I think I need to talk to you every night because you make me smile and blush over here.
Never been a lame-o, never been a lame-o. Yeah, I love you, trip. I'm okay.
You're serious? You're serious? And that's the good thing about UK. That's why I can't hate on them guys, man. They love fucking boxing. No fighters in England. They all bums. Did you hear what this idiot just said?
Yo, son, you're gonna get your ass beat by Molina, son.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's overrated.
You can push it from me right now.
For the interview? Yes.
Don't get your hands go. Get out of here, Virgil. Go home.
What next?
You want the table for the food? You got it right? You want the table for the food?
BoxingVoice.com.
This is why we use the word sensation.
All right. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice. And today is going to be your Sergey Kovalev versus Jean Pascal preview. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to actually bring you a special treat. We're going to have one of our correspondents, Uli Martinez, who took the trip out to Canada to cover this fight for the Boxing Voice. So we're going to get some live coverage live on the show for you. Plus, we got a bunch of things lined up, man. Just a lot of things lined up. We got two great guests to bring to you today, and it's going to be Jamal James. As you guys know, he fought on the last Toe-to-Toe Tuesdays and got the win over Javier Molina. We're also going to have Willie Monroe Jr., who you haven't seen fight since, taking that beating, suffering that loss at the hands of Gennady Triple G Golovkin. So once again, this is going to be your Thursday, January 28th, 2016's Sergey Kovalev versus Jean Pascal 2, the rematch preview. So I'm going to go ahead and get into my co-hosts who are here, coming all the way from Jersey.
Let's go ahead, Enrique. Go ahead, jump in.
What's up, man? Yeah, man. Yeah, I just want to say I saw the fight too.
Stay focused, stay working my jab, and use my fundamentals.
Guys, I'm playing right to Boxing Voice. Because if he comes to fight, then I'm going to have to look for him. Guys, I'm playing right to Boxing Voice.
Yeah, Sergey Kovalev versus Jean Pascal. Are you excited? Somebody say, can they say something? And then we have the up-and-comer, Jamal James, Shango, and the known Willie Monroe, as you said. I'm ready for a show, Nestor. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, brother.
Good for you.
I'm doing good, man. I'm really hyped up. Got my delivery today.
Oh, what was that? I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, baby. I got a nice delivery today. I got my weighted vest, 40-pound weighted vest.
Amazon.com?
But look, Amazon.com, obviously. But definitely use our Amazon link for sure. But before we get into all that, and I tell you all these gains I'm gaining, let me head on over to Corpus Christi, Texas, where we got Lil Man Mario Munguia. I say Lil Man because he claims to work out, but he don't post nothing on IG, so he's little.
He's holding it.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until, you know, the gains are just busting out the screen on the show. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the fight. We'll get into it, I guess, here in just a bit. But you know, the question comes down to me. I'm wondering what these callers think, because it was a fight that didn't have to be a rematch, but at the same time, they didn't have a lot of directions to go. I don't know. We'll get into it though. I'm not gonna. No spoilers yet.
Yeah, man. I mean, is there any way to not do a spoiler here? I mean, don't we all just believe that Pascal is not gonna win this?
I mean, listen, I'm not going to tell other people what to believe or what not to believe. All I'm going to say is, you know, there were moments in the last fight where Pascal looked better than any other opponent that had previously faced Kovalev. The thing that boils down to me is, are we putting Kovalev in that, you know, kind of Mayweather realm a little too early, where it's like he's been so dominant, anyone to have even a little success over him is already like, oh, well, they deserve a rematch, or, oh, they gave him one hell of a show. I mean, it boils down to the Maidana fight with Mayweather for me all the time. That first fight, it wasn't close. You know, Mayweather beat him, and he thoroughly beat him. The problem is that people saw some things in a few rounds that they hadn't seen before in a Mayweather fight, or hadn't been seen in a while, and all of a sudden, you know, they deserved a rematch. This is the same kind of scenario to me, where it's like Jean Pascal didn't do much, but based on the opposition that Kovalev had faced, and by comparisons, it was enough for a rematch. Like, what happens? He wins another 2 or 3 rounds, and we're gonna have a rubber match? Like, it's ridiculous. You know, I don't think that this is a fight that necessarily had to happen, but we got some decent entertainment from it the first time. It wasn't a bad fight. Jean Pascal is never boring, at least, you know, on the mic. And, you know, I don't mind what we're getting from HBO in terms of their first fight that they're putting out. And, you know, Kovalev is a star, and I think he's reached that status of must-see TV. No matter who he's in against, we got to watch.
Absolutely, man. We got Uli calling in now on the check-in, all the way from Canada. So, Uli, tell us, man, how is the, I guess, atmosphere out there? How's the weather? What's going on? I know that things got a little, I guess, I don't know. They definitely got a little violent or a little racial yesterday at the press conference. So, how were things today?
Well, thanks for bringing me on. I think the biggest thing is this is a huge fight town. I mean, Montreal loves its boxing. They like Jean Pascal. I wouldn't go as far as saying as I've seen love for Jean Pascal, but there's definitely that fan support. And I think that what happened yesterday in the press conference, I mean, it's everywhere on the news. You walk by a bar down the street, you walked by like a ticker, like those media buildings when they have televisions facing the street, and one out of 2 of them will have the Jean Pascal Kovalev press conference from yesterday, the altercation when John David Jackson got into it. So it's become a huge story here in Montreal. As far as overseas, you know, and across the border down in the U.S., I don't know how much exposure it's getting, but I can tell you, man, out here, people are really, really engaged and really interested in this fight on Saturday.
Now, Uli, before we let you go, or actually, I don't want to switch topics just that quick, but has everything seemed to calm down, you think, between the two camps?
Man, not at all. I would say that, if anything, and not that I'm concerned that Kovalev, he's going to let this get to his head, because, as a matter of fact, he seems like the coolest of the bunch. I think that Kovalev and his manager, Klimas, are kind of brushing it off. You can see more so Duva and John David Jackson, they're still heated about the whole thing. I mean, everybody, likes a good promotion. But the sense that I get is that they feel that they might have crossed the line. I should say Pascal has crossed the line, bringing up race relations. Obviously, one could argue that Kovalev drew first blood by doing, tweeting what he said, putting those pictures out there last year. But the sense from the Kovalev camp is that, this is definitely a personal fight for Sergey. And I can tell you, back in October when we spoke to Klimas down in Omaha, there was still that sense of unfinished business, that Kovalev felt like he maybe didn't take him seriously. And John David Jackson, his trainer, told me the same thing today, that he felt, and that Sergey had told him, that he may have underestimated Pascal the first time, hence some of the success that you saw from Pascal. But this time around, man, he's coming to make a statement, and I think he's going to try to pull out a big win on Saturday. And Pascal, you kind of got to wonder, is he doing this in a sense to cash out? He's putting much more time and energy into his promotional outfit. He brought up Joel Diaz Jr. on stage yesterday. He's really excited about his new boxer. So I wonder how much of this is Pascal just kind of cashing out and transitioning into his promotional campaign. And I guess we'll find out on Saturday.
Now, Uli, before we let you go, I do want to get your thoughts on our guest tonight, which is someone you know very well, and he's going to be coming on at 8:30, which is Jamal James from your area. Anything particular you think we should ask him that'll, because I sent you this message earlier, you didn't get to me, so now you're on the spot live on air.
No, you know what? Jamal is a great dude. I had the pleasure of speaking with him earlier in the fall. The man is a nice, humble dude. I mean, you can see the hunger, but you can also see how calm he is about the entire situation. I mean, his star is bright. There's a potential steep trajectory for him. We saw what he did in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago. I think in his division, with his height, if he's able to keep at that weight or stay at that weight and keep making that weight, he's going to give a lot of people trouble. But I think more than anything, I think that the crowd needs to know that this guy is the goods, but he's also a really, really nice person. He's very engaged in the community. The gym that he comes from is in South Minneapolis, an area that isn't the nicest area in the Midwest. And he still shows up at the gym every day, and all these kids that would otherwise be spending time in the streets, potentially even more like he would have been doing as a kid. They're coming into the gym, and you can tell that he's really engaged with the community. So it's a beautiful thing to have somebody at this stage seeing the potential that's out there for him as far as his long-term success, and he's still doing those things.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he gives us a good interview. But listen, man, enjoy your time in Canada out there. Hopefully you get some good BC bud, and you have a good time. Hopefully Kovalev doesn't make it a short night. I don't know. How's the weather? Would you prefer an early knockout?
You know what? 30 degrees. We'll be inside. It'll be warm enough in the Bell Center, so I'm not too worried about that. And I want to say, before you let me go, check out those interviews that we'll be posting here over the next couple of days, because Kathy Duva had some really interesting things to say about the matchup and about just the whole situation. I think that go on YouTube and definitely check those out, because there's definitely an undertone to this fight that I haven't seen in a while. There's always going to be drama in boxing, but here there's just a lot of intricacies and a lot of in and outs that are making it even more interesting. And I wish and I hope that other outlets across the world and across the border in the U.S. that they're picking this up, because this has been fun and exciting fight card to be part of over here in Canada.
Well, Uli, continue to enjoy your time out there, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the show. Obviously, as you can tell, we've been talking Sergey Kovalev, Jean Pascal, and this Saturday night HBO is gonna put on a rematch Mario, we're going to see the rematch to this fight, man. I mean, this highly anticipated rematch because that first one, man, I went back and watched the first one, highlights of it. And yeah, you know, I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, I can see why Pascal deserved this rematch. Totally. Now, did Yuneski Gonzalez happen before Kovalev or after?
No, that happened after, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, no. Yeah, he still deserves this shit. It's fucking home
I don't
box
know.
office,
I mean, listen,
baby.
I'm not gonna say he doesn't deserve it.
No, this is the home box office, man. This is where champions are made.
Yeah, but that took a lot of steam out of Jean Pascal, and I think Uli hit it perfectly on the head. Ever since Jean Pascal's really taken, a hard look or a hard approach at promoting, you could tell that I don't want to say like all of his interests or anything like that have just been deterred or completely distracted him, but I don't know, he's always been a guy that's been able to promote. I think he likes it. I think he enjoys it. He has a really good fighter right now in Joel Diaz Jr. So I don't know how much of his heart is still in it. How much of his heart was in it when they fought last March, Kovalev and Pascal. Now how much of his heart is in it now? Uli hit it right on the head again when he talked about, the fact that this presser got heated and fight week has gotten very heated. How much of this is actually genuine, and I really don't think he does. He'll promote and promote and promote. If he crosses the line, so be it. That's his method. But in terms of deserving it, like I said before, I think that he did enough to warrant a rematch. But was it based on the level of opposition that Kovalev had previously faced and were giving him that pass, or did he genuinely go out there and prove that he has the goods to beat Kovalev?
Yeah, man, listen. Kovalev, this is like a stay busy. Same way, I guess Ward is.
No way.
This is not a stay busy?
No way. No way. Are you kidding? John Pascal's a top 10 light heavyweight.
So Guerrero gets dropped by Aaron Martinez and has a battle with Arikawa, and he's washed up. When in fact he only lost to Mayweather and Thurman. Now Pascal gets knocked out by Kovalev. Next fight, loses to Yuneski in the eyes of the hardcore fans, and it's not a stay busy? Like,
no way.
You don't expect Pascal to get knocked out.
Who was a stay busy? Who's Robert Guerrero stay busy for?
Okay, you're right in that sense. You're absolutely right. I take it back.
I think that when you look at this fight, it's a top 10 fight. In terms of top 10 fighters in the light heavyweight division, it's just the interest that you get from the first fight. I think that's what it boils down to.
Casual, where are you with this? Is this on the casual radar? We got to get you like a bleep noise. We need a bleep, 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 bleep. Is this on the casual's radar? Hey, casual, work on that soundbite. We really do need that. That's a perfect idea.
We'll get it. It's only on my radar because I am programmed to watch boxing, hence why Dr. MD or Boxing MD will be watching the third Timothy Bradley fight, why all the hardcores will be watching that fight as well. So, yes, it's under my radar. I'm on the show. I want to talk about the Pascal fighting Kovalev Part 2 on Sunday. So, yeah, it's on my radar. But it got a little bit deeper to my radar because I just found out today that he's being trained by Freddie Roach. Now, am I wrong or am I right?
You're right. He's being trained by Freddie Roach.
that adds a piece of excitement to the fight and the possibility.
Why? Can I ask why?
Well, I know Cotto lost under Freddie Roach. I know whoever else just recently, a whole bunch of fighters lost under Freddie Roach. Just Freddie Roach is the man, that has knowledge and what can he bring different to Pascal, and that's what I would take him for.
It's always so surprising to me how popular Freddie Roach is. Like, people think that automatically his name attached to a fight, it's like turn around, and sometimes it works out to be that way. In fact, sometimes it really does happen that way. So 7:30 Eastern time, we're gonna have Willie and Mongoose Monroe Jr. on the show here, and we're going to talk some boxing with him, see what's going on with him and, everything that's coming up. So obviously some big news out there, Mario. You ready for this? You guys are ready? You guys are ready?
Ready.
You guys are ready? Because, somehow, just because I'm reporting, I'm probably going to be doing more than that, right? But anyway, Premier Boxing Champions, right, on Fox in prime time on Saturday, right? They had a triple header. It featured Danny Garcia, where we all seen him win a unanimous decision over Robert Guerrero, and he got to claim the WBC title that once belonged to Floyd Mayweather Jr. But the interesting part about this night is that the average telecast drew 2.24 million viewers according to Nielsen's, right? So it gets better because the telecast then peaked around 3.39 million during the main event, which means when Danny went on, more people tuned in, right? So then that puts them in the fourth terms of primetime network PBC cards, which had 3 shows on NBC draw more viewers in 2015. This is their biggest one is what they had. So for those that said the numbers were dwindling, well, they just shot back up. Just that easy. Like boxing, one punch changes everything, right? So Fox PBC card was the 4th and last among network sports, offering finishing behind the U.S. Figure Skating Championship on NBC and Cleveland Cavaliers Chicago Bulls game on ABC that both did around 3.6 million, okay? We're talking about LeBron James and whoever else took Jordan's spot only did 3.6 when Danny did 3.9, plus that was on at the same time, okay? So boxing is alive. I'm happy that boxing is alive.
The game did start 30 minutes later. And how do you spin the U.S. Figure Skating Championship? But
I
listen,
don't know. I'm just reporting.
No, I agree with you. No. Listen. That was me making a comment because I'm a douche. I think that you're absolutely right. These are respectable numbers. These are solid numbers to stand behind.
But wait, before you interject, because there is look, I got some information here that I can screen share in case people do not believe, right? So it is right here. This is direct from Fox. It says that it was an estimated 6.2 million viewers watched all or part of Saturday night's fight card. 6.2 million. 6.2 million. 6.2 million. I wish I knew how to use my mixer because I could have changed my voice to do that. Listen, Mario, before
react to that.
all right, I'm gonna screen share it then because it sounds like you think I'm lying, so I'm gonna screen share it. All right, hold on. Little loser. I can't believe you judging me.
I didn't say I didn't believe you. I said I don't know how to react to that.
You see that? See that? And that's all. I can't screen share if it's too much long because that's my email. But it was good. So before you cut in, let me bring in the guy from the Desert Heat, the Desert Heat, Jameson Rocket.
Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona.
Boxing fans, here's Jameson.
What's up, fellas? I got a lot to say about the Kovalev fight that's happening this weekend, and I know we got a guest, I think, coming on in 7 minutes, so I'll save it. So let's just jump into the flow of things.
Well, if you're jumping into the flow, my friend.
Are you sure? Yeah.
What do you have to say about these ratings?
Well, I think it's good. I mean, when you put it into perspective, thinking that, like, for people that don't watch basketball, other than boxing, basketball is the only sport I watch, the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Bulls is a huge rivalry. On top of it being on ABC, that's very watched. These numbers are a little bit disappointing because I thought for something like Fox, like I said, has a younger demographic when it comes to these sports. I see they were a tad disappointing, but when you put into retrospect and you understand that, it went up against the NBA, I really think that these are good numbers. I was, like Mario hit it on the head too. I was a little bummed that we lost to figure skating, but realistically, Danny Garcia is a star whether we want to admit it or not. People hate him, people love him. Outside of Gennady Golovkin, I think he's the only other guy, not even Canelo Alvarez or anything else, that I get these videos from casual fans being like, have you seen this interview? 9 times out of 10, it's an Angel Garcia interview, but Angel Garcia is making Danny Garcia popular. Love him or hate him, he's popular as hell. And being on the inaugural broadcast of Fox has kind of like solidified him as a bona fide star. So, like I said, these numbers are a tad disappointing because I thought they'd be a little higher for a debut on Fox. But realistically, when you think about it with the NBA, you can't hate it. So
let me ask you, were you impressed with Sammy Vasquez's performance? Just really quick, yes or no?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. Yep.
Would you like to see him again?
Absolutely.
Casual
Everyone has
fan.
down fights. Everyone has down fights. Don't give me that shit.
Casual, impressed with his performance?
Sammy Vasquez?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks solid.
Would you like to see him again?
I am definitely going to tune in once he's on.
Mario.
Lifelong fan of Sammy Vasquez.
Okay. So, Vasquez averaged 2.2 million viewers, while ratings increased slightly for Sammy Vasquez TKO win over Aaron Martinez with 1.4 /2? What the hell? I don't know. It jumped, though. But the point is, Sammy Vasquez had 2.2 million or more watching him. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That can easily make him, how for Triple G has always been so hard. Like Sergio Martinez had the nerve to say, go get some fights. Remember Lou DiBella said that actually? Like, oh, he needs to fight somebody, right? And then, Cotto, same thing. Oh, he hasn't fought anybody yet. He fought Daniel Gill after Triple G already beat him, right? Whoever knows why Cotto said that, right?
I was just going to say, to kind of counter what you're talking about, wanting to see Sammy Vasquez back and with his popularity, I do feel the first two fights were very lackluster endings. You know what I mean? Like when you had the stoppage of Aaron Martinez, it was in the corner. Then when you had the stoppage of Amir Mansour, was in the corner. And while they were kind of exciting fights, I think it might have left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. So realistically, like we want to see Sammy Vasquez back because we know what he's capable of. But just the fact that those two fights were on the card, people are going to have revisionist history and sour it more than it needs to be. You know what I mean? So I think. The casual fan might need to see Sammy Vasquez more. I don't think he's because he was on such a high platform. I don't think he's ready for a headlining star. But I think people need to see him more, and I think he'll show everyone that he's at least an entertaining fighter because the way he puts his hands together, that's like Gary Russell, the welterweight division. So
is Errol Spence too much of a star for Sammy Vasquez?
I would love that fight. I would love if they put prospects in, but there's no way they do that right now.
They can do it. They've put a lot of undefeated prospects in with each other. They just put Jamal James and Javier Molina in together.
And the time before that, though, was what? It was Daquan Arnett versus Eddie Gomez, I think it was.
Yeah,
that
was awesome.
That was a good one, too.
Yeah, but we're talking about two Olympians. One Olympian and, one
war
guy
veteran.
who's quickly on the rise. Yeah, war veteran. They got too much at stake, I think.
Yeah, man. So, you're right, though, James. That's why we miss you on this show, because people call me biased. We need you to even us out. You're right. I totally forget that Mansour did quit, but listen, he had good reason. Has anyone heard the news?
But is a casual fan going to go look and see if his jaw was broken?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. The casual fan is not going to invest in finding out what was going on there, but he definitely broke something in his mouth. And,
it was his jaw and almost ripped his tongue or some shit?
Yeah, it was bad. I forgot. I had the information, and I forgot to email it to Matt. But, yeah, Mario could probably actually get it because we're going to have Gina on in about 2 minutes joining us here with Willie Monroe. And one of you guys could go ahead and lead off, and we'll see what's on the works from her because I'm hearing he has something, to be honest with you. But, yeah, man, there's a lot of headlines we still got to get into. We can talk a little bit here while we wait. We got about 1 minute before we get Gina. Is Triple G. This is going to be an interesting topic to introduce. So I want you guys to go ahead and think long and hard on this one. Triple G's next foe could be Dominic Wade. Now, I find it very hard for this to actually happen, but I have seen Al Heyman, get his fighters the best possible money. Normally when we didn't think he could get those fights, and Dominic Wade being with Heyman and Triple G being with K2 doesn't mean much. They can make it happen. Willie Monroe, what's going on, my friend?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're happy to have you here. Seem like you have a little bit of background noise. You doing some road work?
No, I'm in the gym. I can go to somewhere a little quieter, but I'm working.
I mean, that'll work if you want to take a little break. I mean, you already at 0% body fat. You don't got to go that hard. But I'm gonna pass you to Mario Munguia, and we're gonna go ahead and start this. And we want to thank you obviously for your time, Mario.
We want to thank you extra if we're interrupting your training here. But so the word is that you have a fight scheduled. I think February 13th is the date that I'm hearing. I don't know if it's still in the works for that day, but what details can you give us about your next fight?
I can't give you too many details because I don't have the details. I'm just staying ready.
Okay.
I'm supposed to fight tomorrow, actually, in Chicago.
That's right.
I don't know what happened to that card. They're saying the guys backed out, and somebody's saying that the opponent could approve. I don't know. I just know we're not fighting tomorrow. So February 13th is the next date that we have, and that's what I'm ready for.
Now, you don't have any? There's no specific card lined up, though, right? It's just February 13th and some date, or is there a venue, location? I mean,
all I know is it's in Ontario, California. I don't know whose card is on. I don't know what promoter's running the card. So you would think, with me being top 10 in the world and get up and fought for a championship, I would have a little bit more respect. But it's almost like I'm still coming up. But hey, I'm used to it, so fuck it.
Now, I mean, obviously that's. Oh, obviously that's. Go ahead, Ness. Go ahead.
No, I just want to ask. So what is your promotional situation with Banner? Where exactly are you, and when could this situation be over?
So I honestly have no idea, man. I'm just fight. I mean, I hear a lot of talk that the two opponents that they're talking about fighting Canelo is either me or Gabriel Rosado. And I heard something about this guy, Liam Smith. I just sort of turn a deaf ear to everything, man, and just continue to work like I did coming up. I mean, that's been the story of my life as a fighter. I tell everybody I didn't have a big promoter and a big manager behind me paying for stuff for me. I had to fight tough guys, fight, hard from my very first professional fight all the way up until now. So it's nothing new to me.
Now, it seems like you do have some frustration in your voice, and rightfully so. Is that mostly from the layoff? I mean, obviously it's been a while since you fought. Is that where that stems from?
I mean, the layoff. I have a slimy, ex-manager now who's trying to sue me because I caught him trying to steal money. Actually, I caught him stealing money on sponsorships and stuff, and trying to forging my signature, trying to get his cut out of my purse before I even got it. Just dealing with that stuff, man, and now he's trying to sue me. It's sad how this business is ran, I mean, if a fighter is smart enough to catch it's great. I mean, I look at it like, anybody in here will go how you play it, so.
I'm sorry, Willie, we missed that last part. You went out just a bit. Can you repeat that for us?
I said it's not about the hand I was dealt. It's about how I play the game. So you know what I mean? So, hey,
of course.
With blinded people, you got a manager that's supposed to be looking out for you, and he's still trying to steal money from you. And then when you catch him and fire him because you caught him, then he wants to sue you. You know what I mean? It's almost like, okay, I can't steal from you. You're smart enough to catch me stealing, so now I'm gonna sue from you because you caught me. I'm gonna sue you because you caught me like that. I mean, I don't know how that makes logical sense, but screw it. It is what it is.
Oh yeah, that's obviously frustrating for you. And let's focus on how you do play the game. As you mentioned, what can you take away, or what have you taken away from the Golovkin loss? What are the positives that you've gotten out as far as in-ring abilities go?
I just learned that I have to go back to being myself. I look at guys like Adrian Broner, or if you look at football, you look at Cam Newton. And these guys have fun doing what they're doing. My first 9-10 professional fights, I had fun doing what I was doing. I look at Adrian Broner, he comes to the ring with rap groups and stuff. Like, I was part of a singing group. Every time I fought Rochester, I walked to the ring with my group. I danced to the ring. I had fun. It was a performance. I let people get into my head and say, that's tasteless. That's not going to work. If you want to consider yourself a real pro, you have to fight like this and like that. And the less fun when I started to take the fun out of it, you started to see a slow decline in the way I fought. And I'm just going to get back to being a happy Willie Monroe who puts on a performance rather than going in and just try to be this brute fighter. You know what I mean? I don't fight with my physical abilities. I fight with my mental. And in the Triple G fight, I went in there with a chip on my shoulder because of how everybody was treating me going into the fight, and felt like I had something to prove, and it played against me. You know, so from here on out, I'm just going to go back to being the smooth, slick Willie Monroe that everybody's, you know, more or less used to seeing, you know?
Absolutely. Now, you just mentioned Canelo. You know, he needs an opponent coming up for his date in May. But like you said, you have had a layoff. Do you think it would be smart if you got that call to take that fight, even if you can't get a bout in between to knock the rust off?
I don't know. I'll have to talk that over with my team, you know, pray on it and see where my mind leads me. It's just, you know, in this game, like I said, you know, a lot of people don't understand how this game is ran. And, you know, tell you a little bit about myself, like I said before, you know, I wasn't one of those fighters who came, you know, I came off of the 2008 Olympic trials and everything. I had some clout built up behind me. I had a big amateur career. But I didn't come out of the game with a big promoter with money behind me, you know, buying fights and building this persona about me and buying opponents that I should just knock out. You know what I mean? I was fighting guys super middleweights and middleweight when I was at 154. And I was just beating them because I was that good. You know what I mean? I had nobody behind me, putting money behind me. My whole career, I've worked 2 jobs while training for a fight. You know, the majority of my fights, I've had to sell tickets to make my purse. So this hasn't been an easy road. I haven't had that road that everybody sees so often right now, where a guy can have a promoter behind him or a manager behind him, putting the money behind him. You know, the first opportunity I got to do anything really was Boxino. And, you know, that was hard. I went in there against, you know, 7 other tough guys. It wasn't like I was lined up with any softies to help build me, you know what I mean? And I walked through that. So I think that's a testament to who I am, you know? So, I mean, coming up on a fight like this today, it may be able to play into my favor that I've been groomed, you know, in a very rare way. Or it may play against me. I mean, it's just something I have to talk over with my team. It's a business first.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now, you mentioned the Boxino, and you know that's something that the fans love. The tournaments, the WBC has proposed one with the welterweights. What do the fighters think about that? I mean, you briefly touched on it, but do y'all enjoy knowing who you could potentially fight next, or who you will potentially fight next? Would you do another tournament?
I mean, definitely, most definitely. If they want to do a tournament at 154, I can still make 54. I mean, I'm not opposed to anything. I mean, you got to think about it. I came into the Golovkin fight at 19-1, you know, after about Boxing and fought Ryan Beard. You know, there's guys that are almost titles that won't fight that guy. So, I mean, so y'all see what my mindset is. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, y'all line them up, I'm going to do it. I mean, if the business is right, the money is right, the opportunity is right, I feel like I got to go through it. Like I said, I didn't have that big deal. I didn't have that money behind me. So any big opportunity that comes in front of me, I have to seize the moment because, you know, when I'm looking at that opportunity again, I'm not with the Al Haven or Rock Nation or someone with big money or Golden Boy who's going to protect me. You know, I got all the protection I got is my 2-6. So, I mean, I got to put up a shut up.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, real quick, how much time is left on that contract with Banner until you're a free agent?
I mean, well, I can't talk about the particulars of that contract, okay. But I mean, we all know standard 3- and 4-year contracts, and then if you get a title shot, you know that there are extensions in there, whether you win the title or not. So, you know,
absolutely.
I'm here for a while, so you know, we'll
okay.
Really materialize. You know, it's not a bad relationship. You know, what I mean, I can't say nothing bad about that. The only thing I can really say is that, man, I mean, after coming off a fight with Golovkin, you know, David Lemieux, who was a champion and built up big, you know what I mean, and still built up big. I mean, he didn't do half of what I did with Golovkin, you know what I mean. So I think I should have been on that undercard, you know what I mean. I should have been back in the ring within 5 to 6 months. You know, I had to pop from Vegas. I mean, we're coming up on 8 months. 8 months is up for it, you know, like how do you come all the way from Boxino fighting these tough guys, beating them? Beat up Ryan Vera, you know what I mean, who's considered a gatekeeper, beat him handily, going to a fight with not some ordinary middleweight champion, but the guy who's considered the best middleweight, one of the best fighters pound for pound in the world, and then I'm unheard of for 8 months. Like, does that make any logical sense to you guys?
No, not at all.
And so you can see where I'm at trying to figure this shit out. But hey, I'm in the gym. I strongly believe that God doesn't make mistakes. I'm in the gym every day. I've been training. I mean, like, how many middleweights walk around at 167, 168 pounds? I left the gym yesterday at 167. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get too heavy. You know what I mean? I train every day, twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. So, I mean, my application to the sport, is tremendous. So, only thing I can do is hope and pray. We're dealing with a bunch of scam artists in this game, man. We're dealing with a bunch of people who don't give a flip about the fighters. So, I have to sort of look out for myself,
Absolutely. No, I 100% understand that. Now, before we let you go, and again, I appreciate you joining us today. I do want to get your thoughts on the potential Dominic Wade Triple G fight. Dominic Wade's rumored to be fighting Triple G. What do you think about Dominic Wade as an opponent for Triple G?
I think Dominic Wade, he has a boxing ability. I fought Dominic Wade in the Olympic qualifiers. I beat him in the amateurs in the Olympic qualifiers. But I will say this, he was one of my toughest fights, man. He's very skilled. He comes out of that D.C. circuit, he has that. He's a real sharp, tall middleweight who also has that inside game like the Petersons. He trains them, they have perfect inside game. So if he, looks at what happened when I fought Triple G and the success that I had on the inside, and then, uses his range and boxes and then bangs when he get on the inside, it could be an interesting fight. Only thing is he's been out of the ring a while too, so, but at this point in time, he has to seize the moment. So, I'm looking forward to a good fight if that fight happens.
Well, again, we appreciate your time. We appreciate how candid you've been with us and how open and honest you were. At this time, if you want to give out your social media so all the listeners can follow you and see what you got coming up, you can do so at this time.
Everything's at WilliamMonroeJr.com. Not .com. My bad, I'm thinking of my email. But everything's at William Monroe Jr. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that at William Monroe Jr.
Awesome, awesome. And we look forward to seeing you back on TV. Looking forward to see you back on top. Willie, thank you so much for joining us. Gina, thank you.
Willie, thanks a lot. Gina, thank you as always. And we're going to go ahead and move on here.
Real quick, I do want to say that he is right when Willie talks about, how you can go from a big fight, and if you lose that fight, you just fall from graces. I don't expect David Lemieux's going to have that problem, but
no, well, they got a softball
coming up. Yeah,
they already got a softball lined up for Lemieux in Canada coming up.
Exactly.
Let's open up these phone lines. We're gonna get to 10 or 15 of you guys right off the bat. How you like that? Well, Matt is not here, so maybe we won't get to that many. Uh-oh. Where's the producer? 323. State your name, gangster. 323.
Yo, Ness, Fernando here. Boxing Voice, Mario, Jameson. How's it going, guys?
What's up, Fernando?
What up?
Not much, man. A little excited for this Pascal fight. I could see why he got the rematch. I saw a lot of counter rights, but I think it's just going to be another day in the office for Kovalev. Put me down for Kovalev. I think Groves is also fighting, right?
Yes, Groves is fighting De Luisa this weekend. Casual fan, wake up. We got Fernando, and he's taking. Who are you taking, my friend? He's taking Kovalev. He's taking Kovalev by Grim Reaper death.
Fernando is picking Kovalev.
I'm thinking maybe a 9th round stoppage. Pascal is going to be a little smarter this time and stay away from him and not be willing to trade as much as he was willing to trade that in his last fight.
Got him.
Right on. Thanks, guys. Appreciate the time, and that's my call.
All right, Fernando.
Thanks
for calling in, brother. Thanks for calling in. Hey, guys, remember Dominic Wade. He fought Sam Solomon. That's who Dominic Wade is. He's that guy from D.C. He's pretty tall, light-skinned. He does have some power, but he hasn't fought anyone to know if that power is real. But Golovkin is slated to return April 23rd on HBO and Alvarez on May 7th on HBO pay-per-view. So neither one has an opponent determined yet, but both obviously have these layups before they eventually meet, quote-unquote, in September.
Yo, let me ask you real quick, Ness. How long has it been since the Dominic Wade Sam Solomon fight? Just rough guess.
A year, maybe?
Wow, see, that's crazy. I could have sworn it was like 3-4 months
I don't know.
ago.
How did you check?
Dude, it was June of last year, so it wasn't a year, but it's been a long time. I thought it was like,
June
I
of
would have
what,
said,
2015?
yeah, I thought it was like
okay, so that's
sometime
not
in
bad.
October.
Yeah, but listen, Thurman, Porter, all those guys been out around that same time.
No, you're right. But I remember that fight, like it was yesterday. It's crazy. But listen, I think Dominic Wade is an acceptable opponent. I think he's solid in a lot of respects. I don't think that everybody was gonna want to see who's Triple G gonna fight so that they can shit on it. That's what it seems like to me. But everyone has to remember that Triple G, if it was up to him, he'd be fighting Canelo. In fact, when they found out that Toronto Johnson wasn't going to happen, and there were reports that even after they heard that they weren't going to get the unification fight, that they went back to Canelo and they went back to Golden Boy and said, listen, more and more we see this, the more and more it makes sense for May. Let's do it in May. So, it's hard to judge Triple G either way.
I'm not judging him. I'm not judging him.
I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about all the people, Fight Doctor, that call in and talk about, how terrible Triple G's opponents are and all this bullshit. Like, it's horseshit.
Yeah, I mean, no, we were just reporting, and I want people to know who Dominic Wade is in case they don't know. Listen, we got to get to those 10 or 15. We only got to
Let's get to them.
We only got to one, so we're going to head on over to the Magic Carpet Skype machine and talk to Steven Calderon. Talk to me, brother.
Hey, bro. Thanks for getting to me. I'll try to make it quick. You guys hear me?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
All right. This corner is red. That corner is blue. I'm riding with Kovalev versus Pascal 2. Look out for my boy. They call him the hard hitter. If Dimitri is hype, he'll make him a quitter. I've seen Dimitri's fights, and he's got the potential, but I can't turn on Karim. He's from San Francisco. Now that's all. I can't wait for the show. Props finally to the boys at HBO.
Okay.
Yo, he's coming from Mario's throat there. That shot at Mario, I think. Right.
Nah, that was poetry. I'm gonna start my own poetry as well. That was
Yo,
dope.
you can't jump on the court and all of a sudden start dribbling. Not think we're gonna play together. Mario's got to defend himself over there.
No, this is not no rap battle. This was poetry. I like
that was poetry. That was.
Oh, see, then
I mean, I don't know. Wait a minute.
Is that snaps at the end then, or do we give him snaps?
No, wait a minute. We gotta ask him. Was that a rap?
That was poetry, man.
Okay.
All the way.
I was gonna say,
he's playing the cool
card
now.
Mario. I'll leave that to Mario, all right? I just wanted to get through my thoughts quickly and make it convincing.
Oh, you still rhyme, huh?
Nah, I didn't end it.
Yeah. All right, that was good, man. Let's go snap for Calderon.
Yo, everyone's gonna pick Kovalev. I think instead of picking Kovalev, they should pick the round and how it's gonna happen. I think that'll make it more interesting.
So now I'm gonna put
that's tough. I think that's tough because you got to remember, like, the only reason why Kovalev went, I think, in my opinion, why he went rounds, because I went back and rewatched the fight. Kovalev started to slip up, man. He started to get a little overconfident. Pascal was able to catch him. Pascal kind of worked his way back in, even though Kovalev was always in control. So the question is if Kovalev is going to go out there and do what he did last time and let it slip a little bit longer than it should, or if he's just going to go out there and put him away early. So it's kind of hard to tell.
Yo, I thought for sure that I thought Pascal might have learned from the knockout and he was going to stretch this some rounds. But realistically, after the Unesti Gonzalez fight, you see he's gonna get knocked out. I mean, like you hit it right on the head. I mean, Kovalev hurt him early in the fight. He got so overconfident. I mean, everyone was talking about how like successful Pascal was. It was only because Kovalev was just so he just didn't care anymore. You could see the way he was off balance on most of these shots. It's because the way Pascal was moving, he didn't plant his feet. He was winging shots, hoping that one big shot would land again, like it did early, and then knock him out, and it did. So realistically, he in this, I thought in this fight that really Pascal would learn, but I think he's gonna knock him out a lot faster. I mean, it feels like it's getting personal inside.
I agree 100%. But I really am excited for that Karim fight because that guy isn't too much taller than Karim. I've seen Karim personally. He'll have trouble with people who are a lot taller than him, but this guy's only about 2 inches taller than him on BoxRec.
Yo, Steven. When are you going to learn to stop picking with your heart? Didn't one of you other California dudes last week pick with your heart on Guerrero? Stop the bullshit, bro.
That Dimitri dude?
Milenko, listen to me.
Yo, he's legit. I think he's good.
Milenko is a top prospect, all right? I mean, this is someone...
He is, and he likes to come forward. Karim's only had trouble with guys who are tall and reaching back from him, not from guys come towards him.
All right.
And if you notice when he fought Joan Perez, man, he got clipped with a couple shots. One time in the clinch, he managed to get hit and get cut. The guy can get hit. He can get hit coming in, and I'm hoping that my boy's itching for a fight since he didn't fight at all last year. And
Yo,
I'm riding with him, man.
Mayfield's not going to keep coming in when he feels that offensive output from the Dimitri dude. Oh, my bad.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the offensive output from Dimitri is not going to allow, Kareem Mayfield to want to keep charging forward. That's the problem. Remember, I don't know if you remember, but on this show we had that Tim Bradley thing when they were talking about all he does is wrestle in the ring. And if you're able to stay on the outside the way that I think, or Dimitri's going to come forward. I forget his Melnichenko. What's his last name?
Let's be real. How many good rounds do you think Kareem's got in him? Kareem's at his best in the first 4 or 5 rounds, right?
Yo, when did he fight? When's the last time he fought to have any rounds in him? Anyway, listen, Steve.
All right, go ahead.
You're going way too deep. It's a big show. You know, it's preview show. We got to get to other callers, but come on. You're putting a lot of stock into Kareem. When's the last time he fought? I think has it been over a year, maybe? Can somebody check that?
He fought in
November 2014, bro.
I had midterms that week. I couldn't go see it. I was pissed. But that was the last time I fought. All right, I'll let you guys go. I'm muting.
All right. Yo, you heard him? He said he was pissed he couldn't go to a Kareem Mayfield fight. He's probably like the only Kareem Mayfield fan outside of him and Lukey. That's why they get along, I bet.
He's hardcore.
They played, I don't know. Who else is on here? We got a couple of people on Skype here. Who else is on here? Oh, we're going to go to MD. Talk to me.
What's going on, guys?
Boxing MD, that is, for those that don't know.
What's going on, guys?
We're all good. He's the third one so far, right? We got to get to 10 or 15. Let's make this happen.
So I'll be quick. I got a bunch of things to say. I'll make it quick. First thing is I have to say something about Tyrion Johnson. It's not good getting back on TV when you try to pull off the I stood up at 10 bullshit and Jack Reese caught him and embarrassed him. So I'm sorry, Tyrion Johnson. You got to work your way back up to TV after that. Secondly, you guys brought up the numbers for Danny Garcia, and I've always said that Danny Garcia is the biggest star PBC has. It's not comparable because the numbers came out for Deontay Wilder on a free Showtime weekend, which means that anybody with a cable box got Showtime for free. The average viewership was 500K, which is not very good, in my opinion. It should be actually in everybody's opinion. But, do you guys bring that up yet or no?
We have not because I don't have those numbers. But the good thing is boxing's back up because Danny's numbers went up, right? So if Deontay went down, Danny went up. Let's hope we could keep riding on this high. Maybe Kovalev Pascal now stays up there too.
Right. He's a big star. I agree with that. He's the biggest star that PBC has. Now that Adrian Broner is not a top-level boxer anymore. Mario says that it's not a stay-busy fight, right? And have you guys had a chance to look at the odds? The odds are anywhere between 20 to 31 favorite. Like he is, and maybe it's not a stay busy fight because you consider Pascal definitely a top 10 opponent, even though he hasn't looked as good. But maybe that's just to say how good Kovalev is. Because to be honest, I have Kovalev 1 or 2 pound for pound boxer, and the fact that he is a 20-1 favorite against Pascal says a lot about his where he is coming in the sport. And it's almost like I feel like I'm about to watch an ISIS beheading video because I don't see Pascal even deserving a rematch. I really don't even see why he's taking this fight. And you're right about bringing up the racial component about trying to sell the fight because I just looked online. The USA Today, Yahoo, ESPN, they all are making articles about Pascal and calling Kovalev a racist. So it is working that at least some of the major media outlets are giving this fight attention because of that. So
you know what I don't understand about that? Why does Pascal want to draw more attention to the fight so more people watch him get his ass beat?
Because he gets pay-per-view shares, and if it is a cash out, then it puts more money in his pocket. But I don't see one possible scenario in which he wins. In fact, I didn't even look at the odds, and that I guess Deeb's not on tonight, but I don't know what the over/under odds are, but there's no way he's going to make it as long as he made it the last fight, unless Kovalev literally is toying with him, just throwing a jab out for the entire fight.
Kovalev ain't gonna toy. Kovalev looks very mad. When Pascal, I was gonna get the audio, but it was just too freaking long. But when Pascal started talking about John David Jackson, Kovalev got up and he was like, "You piece of shit! You piece of shit!" It was hilarious. Definitely check it out.
So my prediction, my prediction is 4th round KO, and I hope that Pascal's family is smart enough, and he's smart enough not to bring his fucking daughter to that fight, or his wife or whatever, because that I'm not a sick fuck, and I do have a heart, and I don't want to see that shit again. What happened last fight? You remember they were bring his daughter back in, bring her back out, and their father was against a killer. I don't know. That was bad. That was not really a good look. But on the undercard, I don't know how to pronounce that name, but Kareem Mayfield, I don't think this is the right scenario for him to win this fight on what? He's on a week's notice? It would be a miracle. I know the West Coast guys think that he could beat, how do you pronounce his name?
Dmitry Melikalenko or something?
Yeah, Melikalenko. And he seems like he's not.
Melchenko.
I've seen some of the footage on him. He seems like a relatively basic, what you guys would consider a European boxer. But I just don't think Kareem Mayfield's going to be up for this fight because of this scenario. So that's pretty much how I feel about that fight. And
all right, MD, chop. That's it. That's like 5 fucking minutes. Jesus.
Yo, real quick, but log it. This is the first time I've ever 100% agreed across the board with Boxing MD. I'm over here like, what? This is crazy, because sometimes I'll be like, oh, there's no way that people are going to disagree with this, and he comes on, we argue. He knows that. But this 100%. I was even picking round 4 for the knockout. So I'm sitting over here just being like, oh my god, he's burning all my material.
You think it's going to be as bad as a
Let MD get a little goodbye, since James over here freaking.
Yo, this is log it, bro. Like I said, this is a good occasion.
I just want my goodbye is one last thing. I got to bring up the Purge Anarchy shit, right?
No. Bye. Hell no, Jesus. Let me see. 623 might be Alden from Arizona.
You got it right, Ness. I'm gonna keep it short. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, man. You know, Pascal with all this racist shit. I mean, come on, man. I mean, he wasn't saying that shit the first fight. Now he's saying it the second fight. And how is any of that racist shit going to save his ass on Saturday? So if I was him, I'd try to figure out a way to win, try to figure out a fight smarter, because we all know what's going to happen on Saturday, and he's going to get his ass whooped. That's all I got, Ness.
All right, Alden, man. Thanks for calling in, brother. What's that? That's number 4, guys?
Yeah.
4. 813, you're up.
Hey, what's going on, fellas? This is Randall from Tampa.
Randall. I think Enrique, are you writing these picks down, Enrique?
Yes, sir. We got four.
I don't see your head, your
pull that
hands
stuff
moving.
from his document and put it in. Hello?
You see that?
Hey, Enrique.
Yo, man, what's up? This Randall from Tampa.
You got your homeboys?
I got my homeboys all the time. You got your homeboys?
Nah, I'm at work, about to get off. Hey, but real quick, I'm gonna be real quick
man?
with
You
it.
at Home Depot?
Hey, Mario, Triple G had a chance to fight Canelo, but he let his ass get beaten up or whatever, knocked out his mandatory position. So yes, Canelo, Triple G did have an opportunity to fight. So I got one. Will GGG fight on PBC?
Oh, you know that ain't gonna happen.
So what that means? He got to drop the belt, right?
But I don't think this is a mandatory. Is this a mandatory?
Yes, it is. The IBF promoted him to the mandatory status. So that's what I'm telling you. So the whole negotiation and everything is pointless. The fight is not gonna happen. So that's the whole thing. Like it's a bunch of bullshit. The fight not gonna happen. But I'm not mad at him for being having to fight a mandatory. But he's not going to become the undisputed champion because the politics going to get in the way. So instead of him, he should have forced his hand and fought Cotto. He didn't do it. He should have forced his hand and fought Canelo next. He didn't do it. So it's no guarantee Canelo going to fight him at the end of the year. So we just waiting. We want to see the guy face a good competition. And I know there's barriers in the way, but damn, he's just going to wait around and think things is going to work out for him. It hasn't happened yet. So, I mean, Damn, it's been 2 years since he's been in the mandatory position. What is he waiting for? You know, is he to move up because he's not going to become undisputed champion? There's too much other barriers in the way, so he just needs to lead a division.
Listen, Randall, I don't know how none of these guys jumped in on that because
I mean, I was talking about engaging, but look, come on, that's the WBC, Randall. Like,
no.
You know, yes. What is Golovkin gonna call shots?
No, he's not. But that's what Randall's saying. How long are you gonna fucking wait around? How long are you
He's
gonna wait
around as long as everyone makes him wait around.
No. Because listen, when you put it into perspective. Listen, Randall, I love you. That was a great topic. Thanks for bringing it up, but you got horrible background noise. Listen, Mario, when you put it into perspective, he didn't get the Sergio Martinez shot, which he was due. He didn't get the Cotto shot, which he was due. Now he's not going to get the Canelo shot. I mean, he's got to move on. I'm just saying. Let's get to some more calls, but I'm just saying. I don't know. Scorsese, obviously you have some issues, so it's not my issue. Handle yours with Skype. 347, you're up. 347, you're up. Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes?
Yeah, man. My prediction, man. How everybody doing, man?
QB, what
First
up?
of all, man. Yeah, what's good, man?
Hold on, man. Let's give you yours.
I got, man.
Yeah. To all the killers and the 100, I got you stuck off the realness. We be the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers.
Yeah, man. I'm just gonna make it short and sweet, man. Pascal don't got no chance against Kovalev. He gonna get knocked out in the 3rd or 4th round. I don't know why Kareem Mayfield fighting over there. He ain't got no chance. And you know, that's about it, man. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, have a blessed night. That's it. That's my prediction, man.
All right, QB. Thanks for calling in. Let me see. 561. That sounds so familiar. Can you guys guess? Anybody got a guess? 561.
Nope.
Ain't that? That's Luzzy. That's Luzzy. Let's see. Luzzy, that's you? 561? No. 561. Okay. 908, you're up. 908. 908. Uh-oh. 916.
Is it 916?
Yes, sir. 916. Talk to us.
Oh, okay, yeah. Quick again, because I have to go do some training myself. Like I said, I was a casual earlier, but this Kovalev fight, I'm not really excited about it because, you know, the last time he fought him, he destroyed him, I think. Well, yeah, he did. But so, you know, not really excited about this. And like I said, I'm a casual fan. The only time I ever seen Pascal fight was against Hopkins, and that's just because of Hopkins. And I hear Kovalev's name, so, you know, my pick is Kovalev. And like I said, I got stuff to do. You guys got calls to get to. So, yeah, that's my call. Have a good one. Everybody that wasn't on yesterday, that's on today, what's up? There was a new caller yesterday. So, and, yeah, I'll call like Sunday. Okay, you know, I'm talking too much. All right, y'all. I got to get going.
Yo, it's all good. Yo, say your name. Say your name.
Oh, my name's Fred Posey. I was the first time caller.
Yeah, no. I remember you. I remember you. I just wanted you to say your name because you got to remember, not everyone listened to yesterday's spontaneous show.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Good host.
All right, brother.
Yeah, it's Fred Posey. And I'll be calling Sunday, and I won't be busy Sunday, so I'll get to say what I got to say. So
no problem, brother. We'll be waiting. We'll be waiting right here Sunday. Hopefully, you ain't got to eat no crow. 513, you're up.
What's up, y'all? This Kendall from Cincinnati.
Kendall, what up?
Yeah, what's up? I just wanted to make a pitch real quick. Why the fuck why would Pascal threaten somebody to kill somebody in the ring? Like, why would you do that? And he's already almost killed you. But anyway, I got Kovalev in the 5th round, if not the 1st. And are y'all gonna talk about Keith Thurman later, I think he's scared of Sean Porter, man.
Well, the fight's happening March 12th. We're all going to be out in Connecticut, man. I say you get your ticket and we get it going.
I'm in Cincinnati, so that probably won't happen. I'll be watching it, but man, I think Thurman is scared of him. Man. I've been doing some fight hot video watching, and Thurman just look uneasy when he's standing in front of Sean Porter, man. But,
I don't know. That face-off pick, he got his eyes wide open. Look a little intense to me.
yeah, but usually the person that starts talking first, they can't handle the face-off, man. I swear to God, Keith Thurman probably going to get knocked out. But
whoa,
yeah,
knocked out?
Pick,
we never even seen him
yeah,
hurt.
Man, number one, they're talking about the Collazo body shot too much. So I think what's going to happen is it's going to be one of those Tyson Hook type knockouts because that's all they've been talking about, man. I think he's going to fake to the body and hook him to the head, drop him. I really think he's scared, man. Watch those videos. Dude looks like shook up, like he's got a shit or something. Watch the videos, man. I'll send them to you or something. But Keith Thurman's a weirdo, dude. I think he's going to get knocked out.
Yo, if Keith Thurman does get knocked out, you're right, bro. It's going to happen to the body. I mean, think about, like, we all been talking about how Keith Thurman looks a little thicker. Not quite fat, but thicker. I mean, he's soft at the body. And realistically, Sean Porter smothers you and kills that body. And if you're going to slow down Keith Thurman, you got to go to the body early. So if that's going to happen, you could be 100% correct, bro. I don't think that he's going to knock him out. I think it's going to happen, but...
James, you're so wrong. He didn't even say that. He said he's going to fake him to the body and come to the head with a Tyson hook, right? Right, caller?
Yeah,
whoa. No, but what's going on? Yo, if you're to fake to the body, there's only one reason why you fake to the body is because you've been going to the body. When you attack the body a lot, that's when you start faking and coming up over the top. Think about Marcos Maidana versus Adrian Broner. He was jabbing to the body, and then okay, so there you go. So what I'm saying is, like, that's what you'd have to do. And if he's going to fake to the body, he has to be attacking it early. That's how you're going to slow down the footwork of someone like Keith Thurman. He's athletic. He can move quick. So in order to do that, to slow him down, do the little bit that you can to catch him, you've got to attack his body. Collazo knew that. I mean, it's not hard, but that's what Porter's good at. So that's why I think this fight's going to be so good.
Thurman is the king
last
face
thing, and I'm out. Tim Bradley, his fight hype video. Hey, man, I actually respect him now, and he's not calling everybody out, but I like what he's doing. He's really challenging everybody at 147, and I think he's going to be the next big thing. I like Teddy Atlas for him, too, but that's it, man. I don't want to keep everybody too long. I'm listening.
All right, brother. Next big thing, Timothy Bradley. Man, he's been arrived to be the next big thing. How many is that? 860. Talk to me.
Hey, what's going on? That's CT.
CT, what's going on, brother?
So, man, I shot them tickets last Friday. I heard you just say you guys are going, so I'll see you guys there. I got Kovalev by stoppage in the 5th round. I think the best Pascal could have did was the first fight. And within that fight, he didn't really do too much. I mean, he had some spots here and there, but I really see Kovalev taking him out early this time. That's about it.
Oh, so no thoughts on Mayfield? That great co-main event?
I think Mayfield will give it a go, but I just don't think he has what it takes to beat this up-and-coming star at the moment.
Hey, CT, make sure that you get in touch with me. I don't even know how. You're not on Twitter or nothing, right?
No, I'm on Facebook, bro.
Oh, send me a request, man. So we can meet up at the fight. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna go to looks like I know this number. It's not very much. You see this one.
My name is Floyd. My name is Floyd. My name is Money Mayweather.
I was wrong, Mark, Mike.
What's up, Ness?
Oh, I was right.
What's up, Ness? How are you?
I'm good.
Well, first thing, I'll talk a little bit about the guy that called in about Golovkin. Makes a lot of good points. He's realistically light years away from ever unifying that division. So I just don't get it. But everyone knows how I feel about him. I think this fight is very, very dangerous for Pascal and like his well-being. I don't see the point of it. I agree with James. I think I picked second or third in the prediction league. I think he could be really, really dangerous. And we got Mayfield has. I almost guarantee he knocks this guy out. We got some information from the Bay and watching some tapes. This guy's all wrong for Mayfield. I think Mayfield has one particular thing that I got a tip from the homie Luki that I'm looking for. I think he has a really good chance to knock him out. But beyond that, I just can't get excited for that Pascal fight. I'm just worried about his safety, to be honest.
Hey, really quick, since my listeners like to bet, I just want to make a full disclaimer that this is Mike or Mark, which means he's from the Bay Area or around there somewhere, and he's really tight with Lukey. So that means that, you guys are coming with the Mayfield side of things.
Watch for that knockout.
Hey, listen. If Mayfield gets a knockout, that's the best thing that can happen to him because he just signed a deal with Thompson Promotions, I think they deal with Heyman a little bit, so that could get him in that world where he could get some fights.
Yeah, the only thing is short notice, but from the people that I know up there that are close to him, I guess this guy couldn't be more tailor-made for him. So interesting, man.
Well, Mike, let me get to some other callers. Thanks for calling in. Did you get his pick, Enrique? All right, because we got to get this guy on paper. Later, brother. Thanks for calling in. Dave, the champ, talk to us.
Hello, guys. You know what? Something makes me want to pick Kovalev in 3 rounds, but something tells me that we all know that, Kovalev is a crazy motherfucker, man. He's a fucking killer. So something tells me that this fight could go 5 to 6 rounds, and it's just Kovalev butchering his body up and hurting him bad, but carrying him. You know what I'm saying? To make the beating worse. So I gotta go 5 rounds. He's gonna hurt him bad and be able to take him out in 3, but he's gonna carry him for 2 rounds to hurt him real bad because he was pissed. I've never seen Kovalev that pissed off before. So I you know what? I'm gonna. This Friday, I'm gonna make 5 minutes, 10 minutes on the side, and I'm gonna make a prayer for Jean Pascal, man. I hope he lives. You know what I'm saying? He's got bread, he's got money on the side, so I hope he has a good life. I hope he has a good life, and I hope Kovalev doesn't, put him on a casket because if Pascal's family, or Freddie Roach, I hope he throws the towel because if not, man. There could be a shot that, Pascal may die in the fucking ring, man. This is bad. This is real bad. First of all, you duck a guy like Kovalev. But once you fuck with a guy like him, man, and you give him, a motivation to kill you, man, there's one thing not to fuck with, and that's with Russians or Ukrainians or those crazy people, man. You don't fuck with those type of people, or Italian mafia, or those types of people. Don't fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? And this guy's throwing gas. He's throwing gas on the fire, man. It's real bad. I feel for that man's life because as a boxing fan, you may hate a fighter, you may love a fighter, but at the end of the the night, you want everybody to be have them keep their faculties. Or you want everybody to make that bread and go home and, spend time with the family, and be in good health. But, man, I'm not a Pascal fan. I'm a Kovalev fan. But, man, I feel for that man's life. I feel real bad for him. And, so, yeah, that's how I feel about that fight. And you know what? About the Triple G thing, man, you know what I'm saying? Everybody keeps telling Triple G to move up. But to me, it's who's he going to fight at 168, man? Everybody's on Al Heyman's side. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody. Who's he going to fight? Gilberto Ramirez with HBO? There's nobody to fight at 168. It would have been Ward, but Ward's a 175-pounder now. And then, the only big money fighters out there anywhere around is Canelo. So if I'm Triple G, if I was him, I'm waiting, till maybe May next year to try to get that Canelo fight because, he's gonna beat Canelo. He's got to wait. If I'm Triple G, I'm waiting to. That's a bunch of bread that's on the table with Canelo. And this is mandatory. Sooner or later, he's going to have to fight him. You know what I'm saying? And then that Dominic Wade Triple G thing, I don't think Al Heyman's going to put money in for Wade. If I was Wade, I would say I'm injured, man. You don't want that Triple G troll, man. He's going to knock him out bad. So you got to get away from him. Or if you do take the fight, I hope if I was out here, man, I'll tell that guy, get away from him. Don't sign the contract. Say that you're injured, just like Toriano Johnson. Fuck the man. You don't want none of that trouble. Because I remember I saw the Suleiman D. Wade fight, and he lost that fight, man. Not Suleiman, Sam Solomon. Sorry, Sam Solomon won that fight, but he got robbed. But that's all I got, guys.
What's your name, caller? Where you from?
That's Dave the Champ.
Man. It's from,
yo,
from
tell
LA,
him, Dave.
South
Yo, what
Central.
you mean? Where I'm from? Dave the Champ.
He didn't say who he was. He didn't introduce himself.
Man, you should know that's Dave. You're here. That's Dave the Champ.
I mixed him
From
up with
LA,
like 3 other people. But that's dope. Thank you, Dave
LA,
the Champ.
man. We were out here, repping, Tupac, Dr. Dre, you know what it is, right?
The game.
West Coast, baby. Ice Cube.
Yeah.
We were repping down west, you know what I'm saying?
Respect. All right.
West Side, Dave the Champ. Thanks for calling in, my friend. You just made my day. Let me see. We got some Skype callers here. I don't know what's going on. Everybody is like pissed off. Steven, you got some. Steven, we need you to change your Skype settings, brother. You're not allowing anyone to join the call with you. I gotta let you go. People are getting very frustrated there. Let's move on. Actually, let's hit some news and notes right before we get to a little more callers here. Give you guys some more information. What do we got? Leo Santa Cruz. I think everyone already knows that Leo Santa Cruz is going to be facing Kiko Martinez on February 27th, which is also the same date that Terrence Crawford and Hank Lundy will be taking the ring in New York City. You guys are not excited, right? I mean, all of you guys are hardcores. I mean, on a let's so that we don't waste too much time on this. The fight was formally announced Wednesday and will take place on February 27th at the Honda Center in Anaheim, California. It's going to be a headline Showtime Championship Boxing. Leo Santa Cruz will be defending some sort of title that he has. Now, from a scale of 1 to 10, how good is Kiko Martinez as an opponent on a scale of 1 to 10 right now?
3.
Yeah, 3 or 4. That's what I was gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm only excited because I'm only excited for that fight because just before it is gonna be my second chance to watch Frampton Quigg. Like that's it. That's all I care about is the fact that it's the live fight for the TV replay of Frampton Quigg. That's all I got, man, because that's a shit fight. It's a shit title defense.
Well, on the undercard, we're going to have that great matchup, which is now going to be a rematch with, isn't it Jose Canseco versus Hugo Ruiz?
Really?
Isn't it?
I don't think so.
Oh, man. Okay. But that fight is happening, that rematch. I think it's happening anyway. Oops. My bad. No, it says it right here. Julio Cesar Ceja and Hugo Ruiz. Yeah, it's going to be a rematch, bro. The televised co-feature has not been determined yet, but among the bouts it's under consideration. But I heard it was done. Anyway, under consideration, the title defense by featherweight title holder Gary Russell or a rematch with junior featherweight titleist Julio Cesar Ceja versus Hugo Ruiz, which you remember that Ceja knocked out Ruiz in the 5th round in an all-action fight. That fight was on ESPN, right, James?
I thought that was on the Guerrero.
Yeah, that might be on the Guerrero undercard.
Guerrero Martinez, right?
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar, to be honest with you, because that was a good fight. But I mean, to be personally honest with you, I mean, with them giving us Porter and Thurman, why don't they give us Santa Cruz versus Russell right now?
It was the first fight on the Mara Santa Cruz card, is what.
That's right. That's what it was.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
right,
yeah.
You're right.
But anyway, I'm just tired of having to beg for these big fights, and when we get them, we feel like, there's like a weight lifted off of our shoulder, like finally we got Thurman and Porter. Like these are the fights that should be happening all the time. I mean, you got Gary Russell fighting on the undercard of Leo Santa Cruz. Gary Russell absolutely deserves a title shot, and Leo Santa Cruz should absolutely give him that title shot.
Wait, but doesn't Gary Russell have the WBC? He is a title holder.
No, Leo Santa Cruz has like the diamond, right? Isn't there that one that they created for the Abner Mares and Santa Cruz winner?
Yeah.
He's got that special one. So that's
I don't know, man. There's so much happening with those belts. Look at it. We're hardcores and we're confused.
Bro, you got the Ruby version, you got the Charizard version, you got the one from down the street, Luis version.
Well, James, to be fair, I mean, Leo Santa Cruz, I mean, he just came off of his only tough fight ever. If anyone deserves a break in the gauntlet that kid's been running, it's Leo Santa Cruz, because, I mean, he's been fighting all comers, the toughest guys around the block.
You don't even believe that. You don't even
not
believe
at all.
that.
No, not at all. In fact, at one point I was like, "Oh God, stop saying this. This is awful. People are gonna believe you." I think that's what pisses me off about this the most. It's like Leo Santa Cruz. He's like that really cheap parent, where it's like, "Oh, can I have $5? Can I have $5? Can I have $5? No, no, no." Finally, give $5, and then you don't get anything until your 18th birthday. Like, I don't think that he is in a position to dictate soft touches, and Kiko Martinez to him is probably the perfect name, because you get a name that people are going to recognize, you get a guy coming up, and he presents, in my opinion, no threat whatsoever. But I don't know, we'll see.
I tell you, if he gets the winner of Quigg Frampton, I would care less about this fight. I don't care how he knocks him out. I'll be okay with that. That's what I want. Leo Santa Cruz to fight I want to fight the winner of Frampton Quigg.
Well, let's jump back out to the streets. We're going to get to Jay Butters. This is Mario's best friend.
Yo, what up? What's good, people?
Jay Butters, what up?
Chilling, man. Put in a little quick prediction. Kovalev, 5th round, attempted murder. That's what everybody's going with. It's ridiculous. But, as I hear more people talk about it, I'm like, maybe Pascal gets a good shot in, just because Kovalev will be super reckless, but he probably just end up pissing him off. But either way, it's going to be bad. Other than that, I haven't heard anybody comment, so I'm gonna be the first to comment. I did check out y'all video on Danny Garcia beating Floyd Mayweather. And I swear to God, I thought it was April Fool's. I was like, these dudes are just trolling everybody right now. But y'all got to explain that one to me. And that's it for me.
All right. Well, Jay Butters, thanks for calling in, brother. And thank you for watching the video. But I thought we explained it in the video. We gave 5 reasons why. 717 Central PA. Sammy Vasquez fan, by the way?
Nah. Yo, what up, Ness?
What up? Who's this? First time caller?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut,
Kuko from Brooklyn.
Kuko, what's up, baby?
Yo, man, chilling. Yo, I gotta tell you something. You got some weird listeners. If this boy talking about that boy Keith Thurman afraid of Sean Porter, shorty ass. Meanwhile, my man Adrian Broner, blown up lightweight, put him on his ass. Hell no, no way. And on the Kovalev, yo, Pascal's gonna get the Szpilka treatment. They better get that stretcher ready from right now. And Mayfield, I really liked him. I met him at the Box Expo in Vegas. He's a real cool dude, but I don't like his chances at all. And really, yeah, but and Triple G, yeah, he needs to stop fucking doing the whole Amir comment. He just fight who you're gonna fight, move up, and just keep on with your life. I don't think it's worth the wait. Canelo ain't gonna fight him, and if he do fight him, he's gonna fight him at Canelo weight. So if he's willing to do that and take the 80-20 split, the fuck out of here. He's pretty gonna pay Canelo to freaking fight.
You serious? You serious?
Yeah, he's gonna be owing Canelo money after they don't sign the deal.
Thank you. This is my present for everybody. Thank you, my fans.
All right, man. That's all I got, man. Thanks for putting me on.
Kuko, thanks for calling in, baby. Yep. Kuko sound like an old school Boricua from the BX, man. I love it, man. I love it. You guys don't even understand how much I love this show. I wish we could do it more. I'm telling you, it's these hosts. The minute we making some real money, we're gonna be doing this every day. We're gonna be bringing you TBV in the morning with your weather and shit. We're gonna be like we're gonna have Casual Fan be the new meteorologist since he like to keep his shirt off. 806, who's this?
Yo, first time caller.
One moment, my friend, and we appreciate you. We love you guys, all right? So you're gonna get this, and then this.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Coming out of San Antonio, Texas, Tito, el Troquero Alvarez.
I like that. I like that.
No, I just wanted to call in and tell you guys are doing a good job. You know, I'm a truck driver, so I don't really listen in live. I wait for the podcast so I can listen to it on the road. But yeah, man, I mean, I started listening about a couple years ago, and basically I just, listened to get that knowledge. I was just up 2 years ago, man. I just started watching boxing real hardcore, So yeah, that's about it, man. I got Kovalev this weekend, first degree.
First degree, I love it. You already a hardcore.
Trying, man. That's why I listen to you guys, man. Appreciate y'all.
Nah, man, we appreciate you. Thank you for calling in. I wish my producer would love me as much as I love him, and we would have that truck horn soundbite for you right now because we need one. I know all about that 18-wheeler life, baby, but thank you for calling in. Texas, what is it? Tito Alvarez, right?
Yes, sir.
Man, listen, I promise you, it's so easy to make an intro for you. If you keep calling, we're going to get you a little Tito Trinidad intro. But later, man, thank you for calling in. KC Shells, talk to us. KC.
Hey, go right back to me next call.
All right. Well, let's slow it back down here. I don't know. Casual Fan.
Talk to me, man.
You're up. Actually, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question. Your intro's kind of long though, right? Yeah, it is. Damn. 22 seconds for that shit. Fuck that intro.
Go
Yo,
ahead.
do you know who Kevin Bizier is?
Don't know him. It sounds familiar. Bizier kind of rings a bell. What's up? Who is he?
Give me like a pick in your head. Yeah, give me a pick in your head. What do you think he looks like? Sound that name, Kevin Bizier.
I'm
Bizier. How is it, Mario? Come on, help me out.
I think it is Bizier.
Bizier. Okay.
Is he a behind the scenes guy? Is he a fighter? Because I'm thinking about him with a suit on. And...
Yo, you see? Oh damn, Mario, you fucking killed this so quick. Because this is why I love him. They think he's faking it. They think this is not real. And look, he doesn't even know if the guy's a fighter or not.
No, who's he fighting?
He's fighting Kell Brook. You ever heard of him?
Yes, I have heard of Kell Brook. Yeah, actually. I'll show you something.
Yeah, so this is going to be Kell Brook's third.
Is this Kell Brook right here?
Where?
Oh my.
That is Kell Brook.
Yeah.
Brook. And that is Keith Thurman. And that is Sean Porter.
That's Bundu. So yeah, Kevin Bizier is going to actually take on welterweight titleist Kell Brook, who's going to be making his third defense of his IBF title that he, won from Sean Porter. So this is going to happen on March 26th, Sheffield Arena, in Brook's hometown of England. And the fight was agreed on January 11th. So this is what's going to happen. Are you guys at all interested?
I'm interested in seeing a Kell Brook performance.
Yeah, I'm interested after Kevin Bizier's last win. But at the same time, Kell Brook, he's just too many fights where he's not fighting the guys that we want to see him against. The opponents that are the most credible. So I don't know. It's kind of bittersweet.
It is, man. This guy, he's very lucky to have that Sean Porter win because I swear to you,
we would not know him.
No, his name would be Kell Bum if it wasn't for any. That's all that he has, and that's the only reason we can't even talk about him because it's like he has that win, But other than that, he's not fighting anyone. Like before this was Jojo Dan and Frankie Gavin, and it's like, what's really going on with this guy? Like what does he really want to do?
I don't know.
You know what? I have something. I don't understand why we giving, not me, but why you, Nestor, giving the fighter like, yo, what does he want to do? What does he, when at the end of the fight you hear the fighter always say, whatever my team brings to me, that's what's gonna happen. So
No, because
it's
we
it's the
know.
negotiations, it's the other people not wanting to fight, it's that kind of business.
Well, yeah. In his case, and I'm glad you see, man, you're a great addition to the show. Listen, in his case, the big fight that he wants, it is Khan being, you know, a baby, asking for 10 and $14 million. Like, I don't know what he's thinking. But that being said, Kell Brook should not just sit around and like, fight, whoever they are. Gina, you there with us?
Hey guys, I'm here and I have Jamal with me.
Jamal, how you doing?
What's going on, y'all?
Yeah, Jamal, what's up? It's Enrique.
All right, so I'm gonna.
What's going on, man? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being on, brother. Mario, go ahead.
Well, we are joined by Jamal James. We want to thank you so much. Listen, you were just in a fight with Javier Molina, right, at the Club Nokia in Los Angeles. You defeated him by unanimous decision. Talk to us a little about the fight, how it went, and rate your performance.
Yeah, man, it was a good, exciting fight, man. It was my first time out in Cali, getting ready, being able to box out there in front of that crowd. They came to us with the fight, and we had thought about fighting Javier Molina a little bit before, too, so I was excited to get in there with him. In the amateurs, we were boxing in the amateurs around the same time, but me and him never really got a chance to compete in the amateurs because for whatever reason we were always in different brackets. And I always wanted to try to make that Olympic team in 2008, and I fell short. So, to be able to compete against him on a professional level, knowing that, he was a 2008 Olympian, was big for me. And to be able to go there in his hometown and to put on a performance like that and win a unanimous decision, made me feel real good and just really boosted my confidence. And I'm just, ready to keep stepping it forward. The fight itself, we kind of stuck to the plan. We wanted to keep the fight long and keep him out at the end of my punches and use my reach and box him and then, try to catch him with some sharp stuff and hurt him. And if I seen him hurt, try to jump on him. He was a little bit quicker than I thought he would be. And he had a little bit tricky movement. He actually has kind of a long reach, even though I had the height and stuff on him. I still had the reach on him, but he had some long arms too that kind of surprised me. But we caught his rhythm and we frustrated him, with the jab. Was able to put on a great show and get that win.
Jamal, I just want to stay on the fact that you brought up the amateurs. I know that I believe who did you interview with? I think it was Fernando Pimentel interviewed you, and you were just letting us know your prediction for the Danny Guerrero fight and the fact that you knew Danny from the amateurs. And I just want to know, who else did you know from the amateurs? Because you are 27, like a lot of these guys like Thurman and Porter, 27, 28, Danny's 27. So we just want to know, how long have you been around, and also where you've been at? I mean, you're 27, 19-0, where these guys have already, done a lot more in their career.
Yeah, man. So I was around in the amateurs when Thurman and them was in the amateurs. I watched him fight in the amateurs. I watched Sean Porter. I used to be at all those national tournaments with those guys. And, like I said, I got to compete against Danny Garcia in the amateurs. I got to compete against Terrence Crawford in the amateurs. So a lot of the main cats, that are world champions now, I fought those dudes and was at that level with them in the amateurs. So, seeing that just kind of motivates me to get on my stuff and really see how far I can take this boxing thing, because these guys, are competing at top levels in the professionals, getting, good paychecks and purses and being able to do a lot of things in their lives that, the normal Joe can't do because they have those type of opportunities. So, I started, boxing is in my family. So I started when I was 5. I started competing when I was 8, so I had been doing amateur boxing for a long time before I turned pro. So I think the thing is that Minnesota gets a kind of a bad rep for boxing when it comes to the professional game. You know, it's a state where we had to kind of overcome a lot of adversity, and they kind of have certain people that they pushed, or they used to, I should say, have certain people that they pushed here. You know, so a lot of guys who had some real talent never really got pushed as hard as this guy over here who was, you know, okay, but, you know, because he knew the right people or whatever else, you know, they was pushing him a lot harder. And once he did get on a national scene where he's able to be seen, you know, by a broader audience from all over, they go in there and then they get their head beat off. So Minnesota kind of got the rep of being a place where fighters can go and get their record built. You know, so I think that coming out of Minnesota, you know, you gotta squash that rumor, which I feel like we're doing, you know, and we, especially with the last win and the one before that, and also we got some other guys coming out of here that's been doing pretty good. Robert Brandt, who actually, you know, trained and learned his craft out of the gym I box out of. He's training out in Texas now, I think it is, with another trainer doing this pro thing, but he just had a fight on Showtime. He knocked his dude out, so he's doing his thing. And then we got Caleb Truex, who's been doing his thing and has been on some PBC events a couple times, and a couple other people. So, you know, I think that because some of these guys, you know, come from bigger boxing states, that they're able to fight a little bit more and get a little bit more recognition. And I think I had to, you know, kind of get out of that, you know, Minnesota fighter type guy where he's, you know, he got a nice record, but it's because, you know, he ain't really fought nobody and this and that. So I kind of just had to prove some cats wrong and fight some tough dudes and let them know that, you know, I'm here to make some noise.
Yeah, good for you. So Jamal, let's switch it up a little bit, right? Your ring name is Shango. How does that relate to you, Shango? The African god of thunder.
Yeah, it's African mythology, and it's like the African Thor, pretty much, the god of lightning and fire and thunder. But I got the name really because my grandfather is from Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay.
When he moved to Minnesota, he started a calypso band that was real popular in the Midwest called Shangoya, and he passed away a couple of years back. Kind of keep his memory alive and his name alive, I took the name Shango because Shangoya, you know, is just that's where that word comes from Shango, and I thought it fit perfectly too. Every time we step in the ring, we want to bring the lightning, the fire, and the thunder, and it also has a deeper, you know, meaning when they say that, you know, Jamal Shango James is out. I think, you know, okay, I'm carrying on a legacy also. My grandfather made his name big with his music and stuff, and being able to perform on that scene. Now I want to be able to perform in the ring on this scene and kind of keep it going, you know.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Let me ask you another thing about your two fights. They were both main events, the last two. The one against Juan Carlos Abreu. I don't know if that's his last name is pronounced right. And then you mentioned, you know, the Olympian, what's his name? Well, anyway,
Javier Molina.
Yeah, Molina, Javier Molina. What did you learn off those two fights going after reviewing the tapes? What did you learn about yourself to get improved?
You know, I learned that I could adjust when I need to in there, and I can be calm under hard pressure and bite down and listen to my corner and make things work, you know. So when I fought Abreu, we kind of had the same game plan. You know, a lot of guys that I fight, you know, because of my God-given gifts and being tall and lanky like that, a lot of guys I fight are shorter. So, you know, the main thing is being able to keep them outside, which was kind of the game plan for Abreu, but he kind of came in just bum rushing, you know, and he was roughhousing and doing a couple little tricks and this and that. So at first I kind of had to adjust to that, and we was working on the inside a lot at first, but then I was able to kind of start dancing and start moving and catch him with some combinations and adjust to his style, you know. And Javier Molina, I knew he was a little bit slicker than Abreu, and I thought he was going to actually pressure a little bit more, but he kind of came out and was trying to box more and try to pull me in, and I seen it, But since I got the range on them, I just stick with my boxing and kept them long and frustrated them and made things work.
Jamal, let me get your take on something.
I,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Oh, okay. Look, I wanted to get your take real quick on something. They got the Sean Porter, Keith Thurman welterweight fight coming in. And it's a big fight in your division. Does it influence you? Do you think it influences, the prospects coming up, guys like you that are about to jump to contenders to kind of do the same, be as aggressive as they're being, and fight top 10 contenders when you get the chance?
Yeah, most definitely, man. You want to give a show. People like to see the fights, but at the same time, you want to be smart, and you don't want to be going in there and fighting a fight that really isn't your fight, and take the chance of getting your head knocked off too. So when I see those guys, it definitely and how their styles of fights where they're aggressive, they're coming in, they want to bang a little bit more. It's exciting to see that, especially for boxing fans who really don't study the art too hard, but they're still big boxing fans and like to see the fights because they like to see action. So it definitely makes you want to be able to provide that for the fans. But at the same time, and at the end of the day, when it comes to this, the main thing is that you come out with the victory and that you fight smart and listen to the corner. So I try to keep it like a game of chess. I try to make the smarter moves, but still be able to give a good show and still be able to be explosive, certain combinations, and give the fans what they want to see.
Jamal, how many more fights you think it's going to be before you're on the upper echelon of this division? I mean, being a 6'2", 147-pounder is going to put you in with some big names, in the top of that division. How many more fights you think you're going to need?
I'm not sure, but hopefully not a lot, man. We've tried to take the tougher opponents, really, or the tougher ones that they feel is to us, because we don't want to.
Give me some names. Make it interesting for me. Make it interesting for us over here. Make it interesting for us. You said you've tried to take some tougher names. Who are these names?
Well, they hit us up with a guy out of Italy. I just had his name. It was off the top of my head. African dude from Sierra Leone that we were actually gonna try to get a match with for Javier Molina, and he's like ranked pretty high out there, I guess. But for whatever reason, we couldn't make it work. Dang, what's his name? He lost to Keith Thurman.
Leonard Bundu. Leonard Bundu.
Bundu, yeah, Bundu. So we were gonna try to get a fight with him, but for whatever reason that didn't work out. But that's the guy. He had a lot more fights than I did. He only had the one loss, which was to Keith Thurman, who's at the top of the weight class right now. And we looked at him, and my whole mindset is, man, if you're gonna do this boxing game for real, and you want to make a name in it and make some good money, then you got to go for top cats. You got to go for that number one spot. You can't be afraid, to lose a winning record if need be. So that's where my mindset is at. I train hard, and I want to be known as the best, and the only way to do that is fight top cats. So hopefully within the next 3 to 5 fights, I could be up there just the same. Hopefully. You never know what happens, but God willing, that's what I'm kind of predicting. We'll see what happens. I'm just gonna stay grinding. I've got a great team with me. Al Heyman is my manager. He's been doing great things in the sport of boxing, and has been looking out for all the fighters. I haven't heard, any guy that signed with him, at least I haven't heard anything bad from any of the fighters. And the way, he treats me and my team has been, it's been a blessing. He's been moving us up. As soon as I signed with him, we started getting, fights out of state, because before, we was making our own fights here and stuff like that, and we was really only fighting in the state of Minnesota. We got to North Dakota once, but we really didn't travel too much, and we really couldn't get no TV time, So once I signed with him, I got to fight in Chicago, I got to fight in Pennsylvania, got to fight in Cali. I got to fight in Florida. So we started moving around more. We got that TV time. We got to show them skills. And now I'm here. Now I'm able to get an interview with two guys and stuff like that and get the name out, So luckily, man, and hopefully, things keep going the way they are for me. And y'all see me up there at the top real soon.
Jamal, I got a question. You're from Minnesota. You mentioned the gym you fight out. What do you do for the community to give back? I'm sure you got a fan base since you mentioned you did a couple fights out there.
Yeah, man. So the gym that I train out of is called the Circle of Discipline, which is a nonprofit organization, and it's really big on giving back. When it first opened up, its main focus was giving troubled and inner city youth a place where they can come and channel their aggression and their energy and stay off the streets. We've expanded. We still target that group, of course, but we're open to a lot more. We draw a lot more people now, and I wanted to be able to do something that kind of branches off that. So I, in the works of opening my own business called Shango Nation, which is a branch of the Circle of Discipline organization. And what I hope to do is that, as my career keeps getting bigger and I keep getting more popularity with my name and from, fights, victories, that I can use that popularity in order to bring awareness to certain organizations and help bring funding to those organizations that really need it, that are doing great things within the community, whether it's focusing on nutrition for people, health and fitness, gang violence in the city, with inner city youth, whatever, you know what I mean? Because that's what the circle is all about. And I've seen it change a lot of lives, including my own. I don't know what I'd be doing if I wasn't brought down there and if I didn't stick with it.
Yeah.
So
congratulations
that's what
on
we got in the works right now, man. So, hopefully I can make a big impact and use, the skills that I have and the popularity or fame that comes with this boxing career to be able to put it to good use.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's great to hear, especially from a fighter in your stage where you're still making your name. Ness, you got a question, Ness?
Absolutely. I mean, I can't let him go without asking, how did that happen? You said that you tried to get a fight with Leonard Bundu. So a lot of our listeners, this is a call-in show, and we get hundreds of listeners, right? So a lot of them call in, and they're like, oh, no, Al Heyman doesn't give us the good fights. Or Al Heyman is protecting his fighters. So I'm hearing a guy who's 19-0 with 9 KOs saying, no, I wanted to fight Leonard Bundu, who's only lost one time. So how did that really happen? Does Heyman tell you, like, no, Jamal, don't fight that guy, it's too soon. He's all bad for you, champ. How's that conversation go?
Now, man, he had brought him to us, actually. Al Heyman and his team, they brought that name to us. And we looked him up. We was like, oh, dang, because, truthfully, I didn't know too much about him at the time. And then I looked and I seen him, looked at the record, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this cat. He only also, and when we checked him out, we was like, yeah, let's fight him. And Al Heyman and the team brought him to us and asked us if we wanted to get down. And we said, yeah. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think it had to do more with Bundu and his people over there. I think they might have overpriced it, or, they had too many demands that just wouldn't be, beneficial or profitable or whatever else. I don't know. I don't want to speak on the whole business part because I wasn't in that, talking directly with Bundu's camp or whatever else. But as far as, like, picking easy fighters and stuff, that hasn't happened with us. So speaking for myself, they've always come with guys that, were going to push us and bring us to a higher level or going to make us fold under the pressure. So when we fought Abreu, I believe he was 18-1 with like 17 knockouts, or 16 knockouts. He was knocking out all the dudes he fought, and we took that fight. I really wasn't supposed to be the main event, but the main event fight had fell off, so we got boosted up to the main event. And we went in there. I mean, you seen he came out, and he was, banging a little bit, kind of. I had to adjust in that fight. But we adjusted, and that fight, made us use our knowledge of the sport and our art and push us to our limits. And we came out with a great win and gave the fans a great show. And, the next fight we took was Javier Molina, who was the 2008 Olympian. And we fought him right in Cali in his backyard. A lot of cats, especially in the pros, really don't want to take that chance. But like I said, I'm trying to be a top contender. I'm trying to be a world champion. So, you got to take some hard fights, and you can't be afraid, what the outcome may be. You just got to put it on the line. And that's what we went and did, and we came out with another victory. So, Al Heyman and them, they've been bringing us, tough opponents, but they haven't, it's been perfect for how our career is growing. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, man. You're definitely flourishing, man. You're definitely flourishing. Credit to you for getting those main events and stepping up when you had to.
Thank you.
Listen, we want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to interview you and taking time out to do this. And also, I want to make sure that you made the correlation between Uli Martinez, who went to your gym, I think last year, and did some work for you, with you, for us, for the Boxing Voice. Obviously, I don't know if you made it. He's from your area, Dominican reporter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he works with us. So that I just wanted to make sure you remembered that. And also, can you give out any social media that you may have so that listeners that are listening that aren't following you can do so?
Yeah. You can check me out on Facebook at Jamal Shango James. You can check me out on Instagram, Jamal Shango. Check me out on Twitter at Jamal Shango. I got my own website as well, ShangoNation.com. And if you guys want to know what's going on with me or whatever fights I got coming up, you can also log on to that. And I'll post, whatever fights I got coming up, whatever events I'm doing, whatever movements I'm trying to help out. That'll all be posted on there as well, And I still train out of the Circle of Discipline. So if you go to circleofdiscipline.org, they usually show a lot of love, and they, whatever I got going on, they'll post on that, whether it's a fight or whatever else.
Well, Jamal, thanks again.
Thank you guys for having me, man. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the support. It's just a blessing for me, and I appreciate that.
Well, we're going to be following your career, man. You're an impressive 6'2", man. That we want to see you just based off the height. See what you're going to do in that division. Gina, we love you. Thank you so much. Let's get to some callers here. We got to get who do we leave off with? Anybody know? Well, we left off with Kuko, right? Kuko from Brooklyn. We went to KC Shells. Oh, we got to get to my boy who's doing a lot of spamming over here.
It's Baltimore, gentlemen. The gods will not save you.
Yeah, and you hear me, man?
Loud and clear, my friend.
Yeah, man. I was looking at that Porter fight and Thurman, man. That's gonna be a wild fight. That's gonna be a wild press conference, man. Kenny, AKA James Evans, going up against Thurman, AKA Stevie Wonder. Man, that's gonna be wild, man. Those two niggas be feeling themselves. They be in their own bag, man. They gonna be going at it, man. It's gonna be funny as a motherfucker. Porter be talking that shit. Kenny will be talking that shit, and Thurman gonna talk that shit. Hey, well, I'm gonna ask you a question. Now, you see his hairline, yo. He look like Stevie Wonder with that ponytail, don't he? That's all he needs, them dark shades. He look just like
Yo, he light skinned.
He look just like Stevie. Yeah, but I'm saying he look like a little light skinned Stevie Wonder man with that hairline and that big ass ponytail and shit.
I guess.
Yeah, but but I was like, man, look, Pascal, he must got a death wish, man. This nigga must want to be dead. He poking the bear. Don't poke the bear, man. This guy is going to kill him, man. I'm talking about literally. It's going to be like Mortal Kombat. Finish him. Finish him. Yo, it's going to be one of them finish him flawless victory. He gonna beat the shit out of him, man. It's gonna be one of them Mortal Kombat ass whippings, man. I know it, yo. One of them street fighter ass whippings, man. Blood in the street, blood everywhere, man. He gonna be, and this nigga keep calling him a racist, man. Yo, I don't understand it, man. He gonna get his ass whipped. I'd be scared as a motherfucker. I was him to be teasing that crazy ass Russian, man. I wouldn't be saying shit to that big nigga, man. I'd be like, yeah, I'd be shaking his hand and all that shit.
How Pascal gonna get at John David Jackson talking about, oh, support the black man? Yo, he gave Sergey Kovalev's trainer, John David Jackson. Pascal gave him a banana. He gave him a banana. He gave him a banana. Yo, Pascal was wild, man. Very disrespectful.
Superfly should have smacked this. Superfly should have smacked this shit out of his ass, man. Talking all that, calling nigga Uncle Tom and all that. That shit don't got no place in boxing, man. You there to fight Kovalev. You don't gotta be coming at that man talking because he got a job working with the man. You trying to say he should quit his job and all that type of shit. Well, everybody should quit their job because there's racist motherfuckers all over the fucking place. Everybody should quit. Everybody. Cool. Superfly should have told that nigga off, man. I would told that nigga. I said, that's why you gonna get your ass whipped, sir. I wish I was Superfly, man. I would told that nigga, man. That's why you gonna get your ass beat, sir.
Yo, John David Jackson, you seen him try to fight with Pascal? I mean, that press is funny. Check out Main Event's YouTube. Give him a subscribe, man. They only got like 800 subs.
Man, y'all slipping.
Nobody don't know about him and shit. Nobody don't know about it. I never heard of it. It got the whole, what's called Main Event.
Yeah.
That's a promotion that Kovalev signed to. Kathy Duva.
Kathy Duva, man, she might be old, but she still can get it, man. She might be an old lady, but she can get it.
Oh my God. Yo, get him off air now. What the fuck was that? For real. What is wrong with you, bro? Like, yo, man, that's crazy. I can't believe you just said that. All right, Wood, you're done. You're done.
I'm done.
What'd you say?
Hey, yo, y'all hung up already?
No. I meant like you're done. Like you finish up already, because what you just said, we got to get you off now.
Oh man, go ahead, man. Nobody ain't worried about that. We all grown here, man. She know what time it is, man. Hey, I'm asking that. Can you hold it? Hello. Hey,
yeah, go for it.
Yeah, what up? I'm here, Wood. Why you always saying hello like we don't hear you? Why you always gotta stutter?
Y'all be quiet as a motherfucker.
Because we letting you talk. We letting you talk. It's your call. We letting you talk.
Hey, but listen, I'm gonna tell you. You said some shit yesterday. I didn't get a chance to You try to say what's the difference between Kenny Porter and Angel. I'm gonna tell you the difference. The difference is
no, it don't count. It don't count today. You can't go home, sleep on it, think about it, come back with a response. Get out of here.
I kind of want to hear his response though.
Man, I killed him yesterday.
Flawless victory.
You know what?
Yeah, he stole
my shit. Flawless victory. It's gonna be Mortal Kombat. Yeah, it's gonna be Mortal Kombat. You stole my shit.
Yeah. Hey man, it ain't my fault.
You don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. That's all right.
Nah, go ahead. Well, you know I love you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is what it is. He gets the money, man. I said that shit to y'all. I said that shit to you and Mario way before Braun said that shit. That I told y'all about it. He treat Sean like a little ass kid, like he like 10 years old. He telling he make the nigga food. He get him up in the morning, tell his nigga when to go to bed, all that dumb shit. Angel don't be doing that. He's using this nigga money, man. He a grown ass man. He should be.
Yo, why you living that man life? You all the way in Baltimore. No. Hold on. What you got? You got a crystal ball? What you got? Because you all the way in Baltimore, and all of a sudden you know that Kenny Porter is using Sean Porter's money telling him when to go to sleep and when to wake up. I mean, come on, man. Are you listening to yourself?
Well, and listen, and Ken. No, hold on. I got this. Ken has said some stuff about that, but that's what trainers. I mean, that's what. Listen, when you live in with your trainer, like, why do you think fighters go to places and move in? Like they said, Manny Pacquiao used to move in with Freddie before he had all that money. The same thing with Brandon Rios. Like when they would get into training camp, he would move in with the Garcias. Victor Ortiz would do the same thing. Like, it's a way of keeping tabs. He's his father. Like, he's keeping tabs. Like, you wouldn't. I guarantee you, if any other trainer said that, or was handling like the meals and stuff, you would just be like, yeah, that's a dedicated trainer. But because it's his father, it's like, oh, you know what I mean? But
Mario, speaking of that, Jean Pascal took a shot at John David Jackson and said, whatever, he don't even respect you because you black. He comes to your training camp for only 3 weeks. So, I'm just saying. But Wood, finish up, man. Wood. Metro piece of shit. Yo, you guys got Metro piece of ass over there?
Yeah.
Is it good over there? Because over here it sucks. That's why we call it that.
Nah, it's not good over here.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I only know when every time I talk to somebody, it's like, oh, your call drop? Yeah, who you with? Metro piece of shit. Like, oh, because I'm with AT&T, so I don't suffer those issues. Wood, you there or what?
Yeah, I got Kovalev by flawless victory, man. Mortal Kombat style, man.
Flawless victory.
All right.
Appreciate it, Wood. Yo,
All
that
right.
guy, he says something crazier and crazier every time that I'm just like, oh my God.
He needs to finish that cell phone. Finish that. He talking about Mortal Kombat so much. Finish that cell phone.
Finish him.
718, you're up, and that is Suleiman. What's going on?
Suleiman.
Yeah, Ness, how you doing? Ness?
Another day, man. Another day.
Yeah, so I think this guy's trying to get under Sergey Kovalev's skin by teasing him like that and making all those scenes. He's gonna probably try to do that vocal dope like he was doing with that Cuban guy that was crying after the fight, saying that he lost the fight in Spanish. So he's gonna try to absorb.
He's gonna
absorb some of that punching power that Kovalev has, and see if he could probably take him out late. Wear him out early. Smother some of that punching power, absorb some of it like he was doing in that last fight. I think that he's experimenting with that. That's the only chance he has is winning. And, try to accumulate some points with that jab that he has. If he could last in the late rounds, he might have a chance, Kovalev and Triple G, they have the same problem. Nobody wants to fight them in their divisions, and all you hear is a lot of baloney. They go, they should move up, fight somebody else. I think they should stay put in that same divisions that they are and do defenses a la Larry Holmes and just keep accumulating paper because eventually these guys are going to move up. Saul Canelo Alvarez, he's going to have to make a decision along the way, either fight him or not. And all these other guys that are talking about, like in 140 about Danny Garcia, all they have to do is the upcomers wait till he moves up and just accumulate the belts, accumulate the belts. So far, this fight with Kovalev is going to be a hot fight. You're going to see a different version of Pascal. He's trying to get in his skin so he could lose his composure. That means he's going to try to attack him early. He's going to wear him out and then take him out in the late rounds. I'm going for him. This other guy, he's horrible on the inside, Kareem Mayfield. He's taking that fight because he's desperate. Nobody wants to give him any fights. He hasn't fought in a year, so his right hand's going to be weak. He uses it only from long range. If he wins, he's going to be a very lucky dude. He lost to Emmanuel Taylor. He looked horrible in that fight. I don't see nobody fighting him. Want to fight this guy. So you guys have a good night, and you guys take care.
Suleiman.
Well, yeah, hello.
Suleiman, where you at? You there?
Yeah, I'm back here.
Yeah. Did you happen to hear what happened to Mir Mansour? Like the actual details? Did you look it up?
37 stitches. They gave him 37 stitches. He the mouthpiece that he had was a high quality one. They created a cut. They gave him 37 stitches inside his mouth, and he has a damaged jaw. So he could probably move down in weight. He's coming in too light in the fights. If he moves down in weight, maybe you pick up a cruiserweight belt. I mean, sometimes at the end of the day, you gotta admit the guy has the skills.
you could acquire a world title in a lower division. Everybody has gotten with that. You know,
But
Suleiman got knocked out low.
But Suleiman, now that it's like 2016, and when you started calling in, I don't even know, however long ago it was, and we're glad that you call in every week. But remember, we used to tell you like, oh, he ain't do nothing, and you thought he could be a heavyweight champion. Now you're admitting that he can't be a heavyweight champion, right?
Yeah, because these guys are huge. These guys coming in 6'7", and he was rocking. That guy was supposed to be out in 2 rounds, 3 rounds, and the guy absorbed the punishment because of his size. I mean, if you see the fight, he was rocking this guy. This guy has no skills. He's just a big baboon, getting punched left and right. And he won the fight because Amir Mansour took a couple of good shots from the guy, and the weight was too much. The guy was huge. He was 6'7". You know what I'm saying? So you right about that. He can move down in weight. Sometimes you gotta admit it. Adrian Broner did it, and he picked up a world title. So at the end of the day, that platform that Adrian Broner implemented is working. So that's what me and Mansour should do. Move down to cruiserweight. You know what I'm saying? He got all his plans, you know what I mean? And people still be cheering him when he got the cruiserweight belt. You know what I'm saying? So you guys have a good night.
All right, Suleiman, thanks for calling in, my friend. We truly appreciate it. We're going to get to some long-distance callers here. Once I find it. UK, talk to me.
Hello, Nesta.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
First time caller, Nesta.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his professional debut.
Hailing from London, England, Boxing Voice, please welcome the undisputed #1 boxing aficionado, Gus Fists of Fury Burgee.
Nice. Give him a round of applause.
Now that is a way to introduce yourself to a show, my friend. You get a couple of coins to go home with. So talk to us. Talk some boxing. Uh-oh. Hello?
Uh-oh, we lose Gus?
UK?
He just called in for his intro.
Damn.
No one from UK is fighting this.
Is his call still there?
His call's still there, but it ain't dropped. But it's not. Oh, maybe it's Blog Talk. Don't tell me it's Blog Talk. No. It's not Blog Talk. All right, JP from Long Beach, talk to me. JP.
Uh-oh, might be Blog Talk.
Uh-huh. Well, while we figure that out, let me see here. We got a little bit more we could talk about. So, I like this. What happened, Casual Fan? You always bring up something interesting.
Well, this one was more about myself, about what I learned from Jamal James during an interview. He had a long wind, but he had a pace, and he would pause and collect his thoughts. And I think I'm going to start speaking that way. Just pause, collect my thoughts, adjust, you know. So, because my mind just starts rambling, and then I just get lost, and then I could either stutter or fumble and everything like that. So,
what is Enrique talking about over here?
Talking about how he can better serve as a radio host, I guess, is pretty much what it's saying.
Some off-air shit?
As you sit your ass down at that announcer booth, you take off your headset and you don't say a word. And I quote, you know your damn role and shut your damn mouth.
Woo! I'm in the back. I'm in the back now.
Jabronis. Fucking jabronis. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, people? People, what's happening? I'm Georgie Porgy. Yo, so the WBA is working to reduce the number of titles. And I quote from the president, Mendoza, I am working to reduce the titles. At first, some promoters might complain. I just tell them it's my final decision. They would have to live with it. Mario, WBA reducing the amount of titles. What is your thoughts on this?
I mean, listen, it was a joke to begin with. They had more titles in more divisions. So there were times where they had up to 3 or 4 titles in one division. That is as many, if not more, than all the other sanctioning belts combined. So it was always a joke. They had at least 2 in every division at one point. I think they still do have at least 2 in every division, except for maybe some of the very, very smaller weights. But yeah, listen, it's something that they needed to do. They become a joke when it comes to sanctioning, and sanctioning is already a joke in and of itself. So, I'm glad that he finally sees it. He can kind of and he's trying to put it off on promoters, like, well, the promoters might be upset, but damn it, has to be done. Like, no, stop it. You've been criticized for years. You're the one who wanted it. You wanted extra sanctioning fees and, all that other bullshit. So, listen, it was a scheme. That's all it really was. It was a scheme. Like, you can't have 3, 4, 5 champions. What does it mean at the end of the day? Like, what do you call a number 1 contender or a number 2 contender? Because as far as I see it, when you have 4 or 5 belts in one division, your number 1 contender is technically like a number 6 or 7 contender. So yeah, it was well needed.
Definitely needed, man. I mean, I remember when Austin Trout had like some WBA version, and Cotto had the version, and then Floyd won that belt. And then, Austin's belt ended up being Laura's belt, right? Who now has it. I mean, it's just crazy, but they're like half titles, man. Half titles. So I guess this is a good thing. I know earlier we were talking about a little bit of comebacks and stuff like that. David Lemieux's going to be making his comeback, and it's going to be versus James De La Rosa. Hugo Centeno beat up James De La Rosa last time we remember, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so James De La Rosa is going to be scheduled for a 12-round bout March 12th at the Olympia Theater in Montreal, Lemieux's hometown. So he's going to be getting himself back in the mix of things. Although HBO contractually owes Lemieux a return bout following his loss to Golovkin, so that means they gave him the $2 million plus they said we're going to air your fight, right? Now, this fight isn't going to be aired on
HBO.
HBO. They have no plans to air this one, but it will go, Indigo pay-per-view across
Canada.
Yeah, Canada, and it's going to be live on 9 p.m. Eastern. So Lemieux's return would come later in the year, hopefully versus someone good. I don't know who, maybe Canelo, right? 160.
And I wouldn't say that James De La Rosa, that's not a bad fight at all. I really think it's a decent fight. For me, James De La Rosa is a guy who, if you don't remember, he upset Angulo, and then he dropped that one to Hugo Centeno. But I don't know. I see this fight in a perfect scenario where you get James De La Rosa gets a shot to kind of, do the same thing he did and upset the apple cart, as James likes to say. But then for David Lemieux, you get a bounce back fight, and you get it against somebody who's pretty stiff competition. So solid work there. But as far as like him returning against a significant name is what you meant to say, I think that's true. Although I don't know, it's kind of unfair for HBO because they owe the guy a fight. James De La Rosa is a guy that they said they were going to invest in after he beat Angulo because that was a great fight. Then he loses to Centennial on the network, and he never is to be found. So I don't know, it's kind of two guys that have done pretty well by HBO. So I wouldn't be a bad fight, I think, for them to carry on like HBO Latino, or even HBO 2, but whatever, we'll see.
Yeah, and since we were talking a little big men, right? Is that how you say it? Yeah, little big men. So since we were talking them, Lee Selsby is targeting Leo Santa Cruz, who obviously has a fight with Kiko Martinez, so they won't do nothing. But Gary Russell needs a fight, and Selsby seems to be interested in, another crack at America. The Welsh guy did pretty well his last time here. He likes to make it exciting. I don't have any issues with watching him again, especially if they're going to put it on a network that I can actually watch and not have to stream, either on a computer or illegally. But what do you guys think about? Well, you think about this because I don't think the casual even knows who's Selsby.
I think he knows. No. Casual, you don't know?
No, I heard his name. I can't say anything about him.
Well, listen, I think he's one of the best in the business. I really do. It's hard to talk about this guy because, like, so many people, I don't know, I think they don't want to admit how good he is, or they're just not ready to confirm it. But I understand where it comes from. Look, Lee Selby is a guy who belongs in America. He belongs to us. And I don't want to get into the UK fans, but this guy, he's going to be a world star, I think. And it starts here in America. Once we, give him that proper format for the stage, for the grand stage, he'll be able to make real fights happen with these guys like Leo Santa Cruz, like the Gary Russells. And so, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to his burgeoning and not just being UK's best kept secret.
Lee Selby's ranked number 4, right? I just found him in the magazine. That's crazy. Is that true?
Yeah, Salisbury, he's ranked high. He's a pretty good fighter, and it would be a good fight versus him and Gary Russell, or versus anyone else. So,
I think he dominates those fights. What do you think?
You think he dominates?
I do. I think he.
So who's washing dishes right now?
I don't know.
Enrique. It was Enrique washing them dishes, huh? Anyway, so all right, we're gonna try Blog Talk, but it looks like it's not working. So Josue from the Lower Oregon. That means that. Okay, so listen, we're gonna open it up to Skype. If we get some Skype calls, we'll go to Skype. If not, we're gonna throw that outro on and we're gonna get out of here. We did give you a spontaneous one, so hopefully you got enough to get your workout in. Because I'm proud to say that I am. Mario, I want you to know that today my delivery came and I did 5 full perfect pull-ups with the full 40-pound vest on. 5 perfect ones. Like no kipping, no kicking, nothing. Just perfect, right? Then I did 20 straight push-ups with it. I'm like, oh. And that was just after I already did my workout. So that was just like after I showered and was ready for the show. And then I got that late delivery, like, boom. So I know it's gonna take me next level, for real. I don't know, man. That being said, looking like Blog Talk is down, ladies and gentlemen. So we do apologize. But we can take callers on our bat phone, but you have to call in. If not, I mean, we're out of here. I mean, at the end of the day, look, it is Pascal Kovalev. It's not a big fight. We seen what happened the first time. You know what happened this time. And at the end of the day, the podcast is going to be there. We'll upload it for you on iTunes. And, we love you, man. What can we do? It is what it is. Hopefully you guys got some suggestions. We give you some other ones, right? What can we do, right?
Yeah.
Casual always bopping his head like he about to spit. He always looking like he in the booth. He be feeling the beat, right? He reminds me of the white girl from, what's that movie? The white girl? Damn, come on, Mario. You know the white girl that she dances with the black guy. She's not cool. The black guy helps teaches her how to dance. Come on, it's an old movie. Yeah, that's how. That reminds me of fucking Casual. He's like this, look. He about to spit.
The lens, because I really know how to dance. But anyway, Kovalev is up 14 on the predictions, and Pascal has 1 if Mario delivered that message, right?
Yeah, that was right.
Right, and then Kareem Mayfield and his opponent, they're tied 3-3.
Yo, we got Suleiman shouting out Monsterpiece in the chat. Monsterpiece called in one time. She already got 1,000 followers on Instagram.
God damn.
Oh, look, and she deserves it. Look, she deserves all those followers. Look, I just read the chat. She said, "We love you, Ness. Casual, Mario, bye." Now, she doesn't even sound like that. That's a horrible impression of you. I'm so sorry. Yo.
Oh, she shouted me out. That's dope. Thank you.
Yeah. She shouted you out. But she don't know that you ain't got no gains. And she don't know that Mario has no gains.
Actually, since you mentioned some pull-ups, I started doing the pull-ups today, and I did. And I'm not embarrassed to say this. I did 3 perfect form.
That's right. That's right. Get that money. Get that money.
Then I started kipping just to fill it.
Oh, no. Don't kip. Go to Amazon and get a pull-up assist. I never used it. I recommend the app. It's only $1, and it's gonna give you a perfect plan that will continuously increase your reps on pull-ups. But if you don't want to wait for that app, get the pull-up assist and stick your foot in there. That kipping shit is played out. That's for CrossFit weirdos. That shit don't work. That's fake. Good money, correct money.
No, you know what? I do them on that, like my gym.
Good money, correct money is dead weight. Dead weight.
Yeah, but listen, but the thing is, like for me, like I like getting them reps in. So like I'll go on the assisted ones, you know what I'm talking about, where they have the like
the weight assisted ones.
Yeah, and those are good, man, because you get the stretch, you get the pull. It's just like, man, I'm just too heavy at this point for like my size. Like I'm 176, and
nothing for sunset. Get your chairs and do some dips, casual.
I'm doing the dips too on the bench.
Nets do not work out at Planet Fitness, but I tell you what, I would. It's only $10. What you talking about? But I don't. The kid got everything he need right here at home, baby. Look at these gains. Look at these gains. The kid, I'm feeling like Ric Flair, man. I'm telling you, shit crazy. Connecticut's gonna be a movie. I'm telling you. Ness, don't duck Georgie. It's not me. Georgie calling on Skype, baby. I'll turn the outro off right now. You gotta call in on Skype. What you want me to do? It's not me. I ain't ducking nobody. Feel me? Once you get me rich enough, we'll have our own station. We won't need Blog Talk. What you want me to do? I can't do nothing. You know, if Georgie stop all the hate, TBV hate, maybe Cyrus, what is it? Cyrus, Sirius XM, somebody will pick us up. Hulu, I don't know, Netflix. I mean something. Call in.
Georgie shits on us the whole week, and then like at the very end of his calls,
yo,
it's all love. It's all love.
Yo, I'm gonna catch Giving Quality at the Porter Thurman fight, and I'm gonna put him in the All Yugen for sure. Talking about Sinbad getting big. I do not look like Sinbad, alright?
Oh shit!
If I look like Sinbad, Enrique look like Special Ed.
Enrique looked like James or Jamal James. Oh man, you had that picture on there, and I was like, how many people that don't know Jamal James are just like, okay,
yo, this is like the blooper section right here.
Oh, I know, right?
How many people that know Jamal James? What?
No, I was saying, like, how many people were watching that don't know Jamal James on YouTube that were like, wait a minute, that's casual. Wait.
When I put the picture,
yeah.
they're like, damn, Casual got 9 knockouts.
Dude,
I ain't talking no more shit.
He was just chilling, and I was like, yo, he looks like him bad. Like, man, that's crazy.
You know, that's why he got on the show.
Yo, it's so many comments for the Monster P. You guys are a bunch of hornbags, man. That is crazy. Stop it already.
Yeah, stop it, you know?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but...
Yeah, man. So, all right, I guess that's it. I was waiting for Georgie. Georgie got the Skype. I don't know why he didn't call in. It would have been nice to hear him on Skype.
Georgie's ducking Ness? Is that what you're saying? Oh,
Georgie's
man,
ducking
everybody
Ness.
on Twitter.
Georgie's ducking Ness.
It's the management. It's the management. They're not allowing. They're not agreeing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I got a hip-hop quote.
Yo, they trying to build him up. They trying to build him up like Canelo. They don't want to put him in with me just yet.
Nah.
Oh, shit.
Ain't ready for it.
Yeah, so definitely. Yo,
damn, Fahim on the check-in said he doing 15 count, 10 sets, and he weighs 160. Yo, that's actually really good. That's 150.
10 sets?
10 sets. Yo, so that means you should be able to do at least 20 within 15 seconds on an Instagram video and tag me. Don't talk about it, be about it. You say you could do 15? Well, show me. Because I show everybody. I want you to show me. Don't talk about it, be about it.
Haha.
You know? But, all right, man. I guess we're out, man. That's it. We waited long enough, and, you know, I love you a long time.
Calling in.
I know. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye. We love you a long time. Bye.
Who's the greatest heavyweight?
Deontay Wilder.
Tyson
Bomb Squad!